Alright, just realized my mic was muted, so now we have our mic. Basically, pretty much just introduced the stream, said, welcome to the stream, we're hunting Shiny Mew in Pokemon Emerald. We're continuing today, we got to 1600 encounters in our last stream, we're at 1606 currently. Let's see what the dice say for today. How's it going, Colin? $21.45. Okay, that's not too bad. There we go. You try throwing out Breloom for shiny luck? Maybe. Maybe Mew will get jealous and decide it wants to be shiny too. Alright, I'll do it for the last 4. Let's see if it brings us any luck. Alright, 1697. Alright, it looks like the Breloom luck did not work. Unfortunately. Alright, 1701. Yo, what's going on, Simply Lovely? How long have you been trying to shiny hunt Mew? This is my 9th stream of trying to shiny hunt Mew. I've been averaging about 2 hours, 2.5 hours per stream. So I think we're at like almost 30 hours after this one, around that. So kind of like 30 hours of hunting right now, so 1,706 encounters. Welcome to the stream. As far as like when I started hunting Mew, I would probably say like a week ago. So it's been like 9 streams, so like a little over a week ago at this point. How rare is Shiny Mew? That is a great question. So, first and foremost, the shiny odds in Generation 3, which is what we're playing right now, is 1 in 8,900, or excuse me, 1 in 8,092. Wow, I am butchering this. Excuse me, 1 in 8,192. So the odds are already hard enough as it is. And then, as far as getting Shiny Mew in any of the actual Pokemon games, this is the only Pokemon game that you can actually get a legitimate Shiny Mew in Pokemon Emerald. So, basically, pretty rare. Would you consider it a legit way of getting Mew if you had traded it from Ruby to GSC, just so happened to shiny based on its IVs? I would say that would be considered legitimate. It's not really something I guess you can hunt for technically, but it would be a legitimate way of getting a shiny Mew. So I would count that. I'm pretty sure most shiny hunters would count that as legitimate because, you know, it's by chance that would happen. So I would say it counts. This is the only actual option when it comes to actually shiny hunting Mew specifically. So I guess theoretically you could catch Mew in those other games a bunch of times and then like literally send it over to the other game and see if based on the IVs it is shiny. Yo, what's going on, Arrow Shiny? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, I'd say that would count, Colin. Right, 713. If you're just joining the stream, we are Shiny Hunting Mew in Pokemon Emerald with the full 8,192 odds, and we are at 1713 right now for encounters. I still think it's possible that we could get it before 2000. It would be pretty awesome. Why are you hunting for Mew? So I'm actually doing a shiny living dex, Simply Lovely. So basically, I am trying to go for every single shiny Pokemon that is obtainable. And Mew is one of those ones that you have to do a very specific hunt for, in this particular case in Emerald. And so I'm going for pretty much every shiny Pokemon. So that would be why I'm going for Mew. I have a few other ones planned as well. How long have you been hunting that Mew? So this is my 9th stream hunting for Shiny Mew. I started a little bit over a week ago. I've only been doing like 2.5 hour streams each time that I'm actually shiny hunting for it. Not shiny hunting off screen for it at all. So yeah, I've been doing it for like 9 streams, so about like 9 days pretty much. But it's been really fun so far. Except for when I have to chase Mew like this. Crazy. Yeah, it's a little crazy. But definitely excited to get this shiny for sure. Got a few other mythical / legendary Pokemon planned after Mew. Most likely going to be going for Deoxys next. I have things set up that I can go for Jirachi. We can go for Manaphy. So we've got a few different options. Definitely going to be some cool stuff coming out after Mew's done here. But if you're new here, definitely feel free to subscribe. We're going to be doing a lot more shiny hunts after we get Mew. We got a lot of stuff in the works, so feel free to subscribe and stay tuned if you like Pokemon and like shiny hunting for sure. Been hunting a Trico in Omega Ruby with resetting for almost 50 hours. Whoa! How many encounters is that? Like, does the 50 hours equal? Have you been keeping track? That's crazy. 50 hours. I'm at about, like, just under 30. I think I'm at, like, 28 or something like that. By the next stream, we'll be at 30. How much of the shiny decks have you completed? That's a great question. So actually on my channel, it's actually like the pinned video that's on my channel, and it kind of goes through pretty much my whole shiny living decks right now. I actually just posted it like 2 weeks ago. At the time of that video, I was at 198 shinies, and as of today, I'm at 211. So it's about 19.7% complete. Didn't count it, but too much. Got you. Yeah, counting them sometimes could be a little depressing, but at the same time, it's like, it helps you at least keep track of it, so that way you know exactly what you got it on and whatnot. But yeah, 50 hours, man. Well, I hope you get it soon. Good luck, for sure. Shiny Trico is really cool. Alright, 1720. Thanks, appreciate it. Definitely need the luck. Shiny Sceptile, probably the best of the Shiny Gen 3 starters. I absolutely would agree. Especially in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, where you can get Mega Sceptile. Shiny Mega Sceptile is so cool. Yeah, the colors are absolutely amazing. Oops, 1721. What is your favorite shiny you've caught so far? That's a good question. Favorite shiny that I've caught so far? Let's see here. I'm trying to think what would be a good one. Well, I got a shiny Haxorus that I've been using since Scarlet and Violet kind of came out. I got a shiny Axew in one of the outbreaks, and he is my shiny hunting companion in Pokemon Violet. So pretty much all of my other hunts, I usually have my Haxorus out front doing false swipe and stuff. So he might be one of my favorites. Plus, like, black shinies always look really good. And, like, black and red is a really good combination. You already did a shiny living dex, or is that your first? So I'm currently working on one right now, Arrow Shiny. Basically at 211 right now. So yeah, if we get Mew, it'll be 213. And I do some shiny hunts like off camera and stuff, just like random stuff. So every once in a while, you know, there's some new stuff getting added. I have a few videos that I actually need to upload of like some shiny encounters in like Violet, and I got one the other day in Dynamax Adventures as well. I got a shiny Doublade, which is sick. I don't know if you guys have seen shiny Doublade, but it's amazing. So, yep, slowly but surely, we're getting there. My goal is to hit 300 shinies by the end of the year, and considering we're at 211 right now, I think that's pretty reasonable. We've been doing pretty good pacing-wise, so I think we'll be able to hit 300. There you are. But yeah, I'd say Shiny Haxorus to answer your question, Simply Lovely. There's just so many good shiny Pokemon. It's really hard to pick what like my absolute favorite shiny is. I don't know. At some point, I might have to do a video on that. I would probably break it down to like maybe my favorite shiny from each generation, because there's just so many cool shiny Pokemon. But I'm excited about this shiny. This is going to be a good one. Mew, Deoxys, Jirachi, and Manaphy. Definitely like the 4 very difficult shiny Pokemon to get. Just because, you know, it's on older hardware, and you have to transfer it all the way up to home if you want it in home, and it's a lot of work to do it. So, those are going to be some really good ones to get under my belt. I'm excited. Jirachi's probably going to be the most difficult one, because you have to get a Pokemon Coliseum bonus disc. Which procuring one of those is really difficult because they made a limited amount of them, and it was only available as a pre-order when you bought Pokemon Coliseum, and then you have to transfer Jirachi from that bonus disc to your copy of like Ruby or Sapphire, and if it's not shiny, you have to create a new save file and basically restart, essentially. So it takes time. So between the cost of actually getting the disc, which can range anywhere from like $200 to $300 to get one of those discs, which is insane. And then basically same kind of idea with Manaphy. You have to buy Pokemon Ranger, a copy that has not already used the Manaphy egg, and then take the Manaphy egg, transfer it to a copy of Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum, and then from that copy of Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum, transfer it to another copy of Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum, meaning you have to have 2 DSs and multiple games, and then keep resetting until eventually that one is shiny. So just insane shiny hunting methods that are going to have to be done in order to get those Pokemon. But it should be interesting. Do you remember the first shiny Pokemon I caught? I sure do, Simply Lovely. It was a shiny Absol, and it was in Pokemon Pearl in 2006, and I was very young still. And I remember I was on my way up to Spear Pillar, completely accidental, did not expect it, and it was my first ever shiny. I didn't even know what shiny Pokemon were at that point. And then kind of realized what shiny Pokemon were after looking it up. So yeah, shiny Absol, and also another cool shiny Pokemon. You give any thoughts playing Coliseum? Absolutely, Colin. I am gonna play Coliseum. I will do it at some point. I think, like, right now, as far as with everything going on right this second, we're probably not gonna be right this second, but I definitely am gonna play it for sure. You kind of sold me on it yesterday when you were talking about all the cool stuff. And it just looks like a good game. And if it's anything like Pokemon Gale of Darkness, I'm going to enjoy it. So, I definitely will play it at some point. It's on my list. I know a lot of people have been suggesting playing Pokerogue as well, so like I'm going to have to try that as well. Lots of stuff to play. You sent me the first boss team? Okay, got you. I'll have to take a look at it. Because I remember you mentioned that there was an Entei and that it was crazy. Your first ever shiny Pokemon came from Wonder Trade, Arrow Shiny? What was it? I'm curious. What was your first shiny? Right, 1734. Shiny Caesar will always have a special place in my heart because of that. Nice! Yeah, Shiny Caesar is really cool. Definitely a cool shiny Pokemon. I like how it looks in Pokemon Violet. Definitely looks like more metallic. I thought that was kind of a cool upgrade to his shiny. He's always looked good in general, but it definitely looks good in the new games. All right, 1736. Shiny Primal Kyogre looks absolutely insane. Yeah, absolutely. That's another one of those examples of like a really good shiny that's like black and then has like an accenting color. It kind of like basically is like shiny Rayquaza at that point. Same thing with Primal Groudon as well. Those are really cool. My first shiny was Clefairy that I failed in Pokemon Let's Go Eevee because I didn't know shiny Pokemon were back then. Oh no! That stinks. I still don't have a shiny Clefairy. It's actually one of the Pokemon that's on my list that I would like to get. It's a really good shiny. It's got like the little green ears, and shiny Clefable's cool too. That's too bad. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, failing a shiny's never fun. I had that happen to me in Violet at one point. It was before I was like trying to really shiny hunt a lot of Pokemon. I ran into a shiny Skarmory, and it ended up like I think it ended up killing itself, and I forget how right now. But I failed the encounter, and I was very sad, and I didn't save beforehand because it just didn't dawn on me at that point. But yeah, so I feel your pain, but I ended up getting another shiny Skarmory after and redeemed myself, so I feel good about that. But you got back when you finished the game? Nice! Very nice. Yeah, I have not found any shinies in Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee. I know that some people get some cool stuff in that game. I have not found a shiny yet. I haven't really spent a lot of time shiny hunting in that game, but I actually really would like to at some point. I think it'd probably be a really good way to get like the Kanto decks out of the way. It has some specific Pokemon in there that would probably be fun to shiny hunt. Thought it was quite easy in Let's Go. Yeah, they made the mechanic pretty easy. I just don't think I got really lucky in that game. But I think I would definitely like to go back and try and find some there. Especially because like they show up shiny like in the overworld, which is always nice. Same thing with like Legends Arceus. I cannot think of words right now. And obviously Scarlet and Violet as well. It was the last shiny I hunted for and started playing Scarlet. Nice. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about the new Pokemon game. I know some people have some mixed feelings already about it, but I know I'm definitely looking forward to it. Any new Pokemon game is always exciting, and it will be interesting to see what they do for sure. What about you guys? What do you guys think about the new Pokemon game coming out? Any thoughts? There we go, 1741. I think that they will make more Megas since they're bringing them back. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Looking forward to seeing what new Megas come out. I'm thinking Mega Flygon for sure. A lot of people are thinking that that's going to be a popular one. I've heard a couple people say Mega Meganium just because it has the word Mega in it twice. Plus, Meganium usually doesn't have a lot of fans. And if they give it like a dual typing, like Fairy or Dragon or something like that, that it might make it a little bit more viable and possibly more liked. So that would be interesting to see. I want there to be a Mega Frostlass. Oh, Mega Frostlass would be really cool. Mega Shuckle, give people what they want. I was going to say, I've heard people say Mega Shuckle as well. Mega Shuckle would be cool as well. I've not heard anybody say Mega Frostlass yet, so that is a good one. I agree with you, Simply Lovely. They already gave Mega Glalie one, so it only makes sense. My worry is that they're going to give Pokemon that are already good, like, Mega Evolutions that don't need it, and, like, they could be giving it to other Pokemon who could benefit from it more. So, we'll see what happens. I know Pokemon tends to, like, pick, like, fan favorites. No one asked for Mega Glalie. Yeah, I don't know who would have asked for Mega Glalie. That's like, an odd one to me. Mega Evolutions would be fantastic. Yeah, Mega Evolutions would be interesting. I wonder how they would go about doing that. It would be very interesting. Mega Aegislash. See, that's one that I actually was suggesting as well. Because the only the only Mega from Generation 6 that exists is Diancie. There are no other Gen 6 Mega Pokemon. Like, you can check that, and it's a fact. So, honestly, Mega Aegislash would be fantastic, considering it's going to be in Lumia City Generation 6. It makes perfect sense. I could totally see that. Some other candidates that I was thinking would be cool for Generation 6 would be like Mega Pangoro, Mega Noivern, Mega Florges. Like, there's a lot of cool Pokemon from Generation 6 that would be really nice to have Megas for. Glalie is bad. Yeah, he's really not good. He's not good. He's got a cool shiny, though, so I'll give him that. He's got a cool shiny. I'm trying to think of some other Pokemon that would be kind of cool. How about Mega Furret? What do you guys think of that? It's very random, but it just popped into my head. Mega Tyrantrum or Aurorus would be cool, I guess. Yeah, those could be cool too. That would be interesting. I think a Mega Tyrantrum would look insane. I don't even know how they could make Tyrantrum look cooler. Especially like a shiny Tyrantrum. That would be crazy. I heard somebody talking about Mega Clef Key, and it would just be like a bigger set of keys, and I don't know how I feel about that. Mega Machamp, since Gengar and Alakazam both got Megas. That's fair too. I kind of like that idea. Rounded out, considering, you know, those ones were trade evolutions. That makes perfect sense. I would say Mega Golem, but he doesn't need a Mega Golem because literally there's already like a Alolan Golem, so like I don't think he needs a Mega. I think we're good there. Mega Xerneas, oh my gosh, that would break the game. I don't know if they can do that. Mega Xerneas, that would be like super Ubers. That would be like, there would have to be a new like class of competitive Pokemon. It would be like super Ubers, absolutely banned. It would be interesting to see what design that they do for a Mega Xerneas, though. Geomancy's already too good, exactly. Yeah. Absolutely broken. Somebody was saying something about, like, Mega Jinx. They were saying that in Pokemon Home, there's actually already a sound file for, like, a different Jinx cry. People were saying that it's something where they were supposed to make a Mega Jinx at some point, so that might be a possibility. Very hyped for the new Legends game. Yeah, I agree. It's going to be fun. I'm hoping that they tie in some of the history from, like, the games, like, with AZ and stuff, and, like, the 3,000 years prior, the ancient weapon. All that stuff would be really cool if they get into the lore. Again, also the fact that AZ used, he had, like, a Floette. The idea of a Mega Florges definitely seems kind of plausible. That would be cool. Sometimes I wonder why they didn't make Mega Mew, because they made Mega Mewtwo X and Y. Yeah, I agree. I don't know, that's a good question. I could totally see there being like a Mega Mew, and that would be kind of cool. You know, that'd actually be really cool, because if I get this Shiny Mew, and I bring it up to Home, if it's something where you can take Pokemon from Home and put it into the new Legends game, which I imagine you'd be able to, you could have a Shiny Mega Mew. That'd be cool. I would totally be down to do that. But yeah, I agree. They gave Mewtwo 2 forms, but they didn't give Mew any. Pretty wild. Be interesting to see if they did any other legendaries that got Megas as well. I would definitely be curious to see what they have. Mega Crocodile? You know what? That's another fantastic one. That's a great Gen 5 candidate. Mega Crocodile would be sick. I'm trying to think. What are some other Gen 5 Pokemon that would be cool Megas? Oh, can you imagine Mega Golurk? That thing would be giant. They actually should have done a Gigantamax form of Golurk. It would have been like a giant Golurk. That would have been cool. But maybe a Mega Golurk. I could see that. Mega Volcarona would be cool. Yeah, I would really like that. I love Volcarona. Shiny Volcarona is a really good shiny, too. Mega Beartic. That could be an interesting one, too. Or, what are I'm trying to think what the name of them are. Esselgor and Escavalier. Those would be cool Megas. That would be pretty neat. I don't know what they'd look like, but they'd be pretty cool. Or, Shiny, or not Shiny, it keeps saying Shiny. Mega Leavanny, that would be another cool one. So show some love to the bugs. Oh my gosh, what is going on? There we go. Maybe Mega Haxorus. Yeah, Mega Haxorus would be sick. Especially Shiny Haxorus. Oh my goodness. That would be a dream. Yeah, Shiny Mega Haxorus. That would be so cool. That definitely could be up there for like one of the top best shinies, best megas. Like, it would be an amazing Pokemon. I would like Mega Greninja since they made Mega Lucario. You know, the only thing with that, as cool as that would be, they already did the Ash Bond Greninja. Like, they gave Greninja its own form. I don't know if they're going to give him a Mega because of that. Like, I feel like it's probably more likely that Delphox or Chestnut would get a Mega, like, because of that. But, you know, who knows? We'll have to see. Trying to think, what would be some cool Generation 7 Pokemon? We've talked about 5 and 6. What would be some Generation 7 Pokemon that would be cool to see as Megas? Maybe a Mega Toxapex? That would be crazy. You could give almost any Dragon Pokemon a Mega and it would be cool. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Mega Salazzle. That would be cool. That would be cool. I'm trying to think. What's that other one from Generation 7? I always forget its name. I think it's Lurantis. That would be an interesting shiny. You were thinking that too, Simply Lovely? Mega Savali? Yeah, I could see that. Maybe Mega Serena. She would be cool. They just had Community Day for her in Pokemon Go this last weekend, and her shiny's pretty cool. I could see a Mega one of her. Oh, flashback to Generation 5 again for 1 second. Mega Lilligant would be cool too. Another one I just thought about. Mega Passimian. Ooh, that would be cool. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that and Mega Oranguru, too. Either one of those two would be a cool one. Mega Passimian, I think, would be a lot better in, like, VGC, probably. Yeah, Mega Komodo. Yeah, that's another really good candidate. Again, kind of just like another cool dragon-type Pokemon that would look good with it. Another Gen 5 Pokemon popped into my head yet again. Mega Braviary. That would be sick. That would be really cool. To think, what other Gen 7 Pokemon? Oh, what's the one in Generation 7? He is the one that's like designed after an anchor. I always forget his name. Delmise, I think is what it's called, or something like that. Mega Mimikyu. Oh my gosh. That would be cool, but I feel like that would be too much of a threat. I feel like it would be too good of a Pokemon. But that could be kind of cool, though. But yeah, I think the Pokemon's called Delmise. It's like the one that looks like an anchor in Gen 7. A Mega one of those would be interesting. I don't know what the design would look like. Okay, it is Delmise. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's kind of what I was picturing in my head, so awesome. What's another one that'd be cool? Mega Palisand. That'd be interesting. Palisand has an amazing shiny. And I'm guessing Mega Palisand would probably just turn into a bigger sandcastle. That could be kind of funny. I'll tell you one Pokemon I do not want to see in Megas. All Tapu Megas, yeah, those would be cool. I would be interested to see what those look like. The Pokemon I don't want to see get a Mega Evolution, I do not want to see Mega Klinklang. Because it's literally already like Kling Klang, Kling Klang. It's just like literally different gears. Mega Klinklang would just be extra gears. Like, I don't want to see that. I don't think anybody wants to see that. Another Pokemon that I would not want to see is probably Mega Vanillix, because again, it just gets more ice cream every time. Like, you just have a Mega, and instead of being 3 scoops, it'd be 4. So, I don't think I want to see that. Mega Zorora, that would be interesting. Or, you know what? Mega Zoroark, that would also be really good. I don't know if we'll see that, though, because they did get the Hisuian form of Zoroark, so I doubt they're probably going to give a Mega form to a Pokemon that already got like a Hisuian form or a Galar form. So that's kind of like why those ones are kind of off the table in my mind, but who knows? Oh, you know another one? I don't know why Gen 7 or Gen 5 is on my brain so much right now. Electros, that'd be another really cool Mega. It's already a cool Pokemon to begin with, but Mega Electros, that would be something. All right, 1771. Mega Conkeldurr. You know, Conkeldurr's a great Pokemon. I think a Mega Conkeldurr would be cool. I'm trying to picture, like, what it would be. Like, obviously, you start off with Timber, and then Girder, and then Conkeldurr, and each time, like, you know, the item is getting bigger and stronger. So, like, I don't know what Mega Conkeldurr would be holding, but it would probably be something crazy. It'd be pretty insane. Yeah, a whole building, a whole tower, literally. Yep. I think another good Mega Legendary would be Mega Sagaleo. Yeah, that would be cool. Be interested to see what that looks like. Again, with that Pokemon, as cool as it would be, I know that they did, like, an Ultra Sun and Moon. They did the Necrozma, like, Dusk version of, Solgaleo and Lunala, so I really don't know if they're gonna like try and do megas of those. Like, I would think it'd be cool, but I feel like because they've gotten alternate forms, those kind of Pokemon are less likely to get a mega. I'm trying to think. Same thing with like, what's another good example? I'm trying to think what the other Pokemon was that came to mind. I don't know. I can't think about it right now. It just escaped me. But pretty much any Pokemon that has like a form like that, I just feel like Nintendo's probably not going to do that, but could be wrong. Mega Ultra Beast, yeah, that could be. I was gonna say the Tapus and the Ultra Beasts don't have like any alternate forms, so definitely something that could happen. The Lake Trio, like Azelf, Uxie, Mesprit, those could potentially see those getting a Mega. If they were gonna do that though, I don't know. It'd be interesting. I'm just not sure. Maybe Mega Turtonator? That'd be kind of cool. Turtonator would be interesting as Mega. What about a Mega Torkoal? What do you guys think of that? Have like a Sun team with Mega Torkoal? That'd be crazy. But if they were going to do Torkoal, they probably would have done him in the Oraz remakes. Probably not happening. You think they should do that? That'd be cool. Definitely be cool. Oh, you know another Gen 5 Pokemon? Mega Excadrill. Imagine how cool Excadrill would be as a Mega. He's already got a really cool design as it is. I feel like Mega Excadrill would be like a really strong Pokemon. Alright, we got 20 more until we hit 1800. Do you guys think we're going to get Shiny Mew in the next 20 before we get to 1800? That'd be crazy. I want to see a Feraligatr as a Mega. Yeah, Mega Feraligatr would be cool. It would have such a cool design. I can picture it already. I don't see Typhlosion getting one because they gave Typhlosion a Hisuian form. So I'd say Feraligatr and Meganium are definitely still on the table, though. Would be very cool to see. What is your favorite Mega so far? Oh, that's a good question. I would probably say Shiny Mega Gengar. Probably my favorite. I love the fact that they took Gengar and they made it Shiny Mega White. I just think that's amazing. I say you end at 2900. I probably will be ending before that. Because I usually only do about 2 hours, so I don't know if we're gonna get there, at least today. But yeah, that would be my favorite Shiny Mega. I think Shiny Mega Gengar was so cool. The fact that they made it white, it reminded me of like Boo from Mario. I just thought it looked so cool. It was a really good design choice. What about you guys? What's your guys' favorite Shiny and or Mega? I guess either one of those. Mega Blaziken is cool. Yeah, I agree. That's a really cool design. That's a good choice. What about you, Simply Lovely? What would you say is your favorite Mega? Otherwise, Shiny Mega Caesar. Okay, yeah, I see that too. That's another good choice. Yeah, Mega Caesar is really cool. Especially Shiny. Probably Lucario. Yeah, Mega Lucario is so good. They did such a good job designing that. It's a good choice. Another, if I had to pick a second favorite Mega, I'd probably say Mega Sableye. I remember I had a Shiny Sableye in Oraz, and I used to use Mega Sableye a lot in competitive, and I loved it. It was so cool. It's just a good design. Yeah, absolutely. It's a great design. Alright, 1791. We got 9 more encounters before we hit 1800. The worst Mega is Abomasnow. Yeah. Mega Abomasnow's not great. Mega Glalie is also not great either, like we were talking about earlier. Like, its design is kind of weird. It's kind of an odd Pokemon to get a Mega. I'd say those two are probably the weird ones for sure. Yeah, he just opens his mouth. I'm pretty sure the Pokedex entry for Mega Glalie literally says that, like, he breaks his jaw opening it that wide or something and is in, like, immense pain, which is, like, a very dark Pokedex entry, and it's also kind of just like, oh god, like, why? Why would you want to do that to your Pokemon? So, yeah, I'd say he's a weird one, too. Alright, 6 more till we get to 1800. Mega Kangaskhan with an interesting design. I remember thinking that the fact that, like, I forget what the ability is called, but, like, when you do an attack, that, like, it does it twice because of, like, the the little Kangaskhan that comes out when you Mega Evolve. I thought that was a really interesting dynamic for sure. Another really good design is definitely Mega Charizard X. Mega Charizard X is really cool. I think we can all agree it's better than Charizard Y. Like, Mega Charizard Y is, like, just very similar to Charizard as it is, but, like, you know, a little different. I think Mega Charizard X is definitely sick. Mega Medicham? Yeah, Mega Medicham. Oh, man, Shiny Mega Medicham. I'm a sucker for Shiny Medicham in general. The blue is always really nice. But Shiny Mega Medicham is really cool. I feel like a Mega Pokemon that doesn't get talked about very much, another one, is probably Mega Audino. That's probably, like, on the list with, like, Abomasnow and Glalie. I don't know if people really like Audino to begin with, so it's kind of a weird one. Yeah. You know what? I just remembered one of the Pokemon Megas. I might need to change my answer. I know I said Mega Gengar Shiny earlier, and I think it might still be first place, but I just remembered Mega Shiny Gardevoir, and I think that's my favorite. So I'm going to change my answer. Mega Shiny, or Shiny Mega Gardevoir, and then Shiny Mega Gengar. Those are my 2 favorite Megas that I can think of right now. The color change of Mega Charizard X makes it that good. Yeah, absolutely. gives it that dragon type too, which so many people always were like, well, why isn't Charizard a dragon type? He looks like a dragon, and Lance had him, and it's like, well, Mega Charizard X at least kind of makes that a little bit more viable. All right, $17.99. All right, 1,800. Check Discord DMs. Hold on. Let me check. Oh, Caleb sent a picture of Shiny Mega Gardevoir on his desk. Oh, and he sent me a reminder in the form of the tattoo that he has. He has Shiny Mega Pinsir on his arm that he has tattooed. And I didn't even mention that. That is a great point. Shiny Mega Pinsir is a fantastic shiny Pokemon. Absolutely. All right, 1801. Ravager the Goat. Yes, sir. Oh, you know what would be another interesting one I just thought of for Generation 6? Mega Furfuro. What do you guys think of that? That would be interesting. Hi, baby. How's it going? Mrs. Crestfallen is here. The fiance. But yeah, Mega Furfuro would be cool. Shiny Furfuro, obviously, it turns black, which is really cool. So, like, a Mega Shiny Furfuro would look insane. There's definitely so many options for, like, really good Megas, and I'm ecstatic to see what they come up with. It'll be really cool. I'm really hoping that they just don't recycle the same Megas that we've already seen, and don't do what I mentioned earlier, where they give a Mega Form to a Pokemon who already is good and doesn't necessarily need it just because of, like, fan favoritism. Like, there's a lot of Pokemon that could use a Mega Form, and it would be really cool. So, a little bit of a balance between cool Pokemon and ones that actually need it would be nice. I'm also interested to see, like, the mechanics of how the game's going to work. It's Nintendo. You have to expect everything. Yeah, pretty much. You have to expect everything, but also, like, limit your expectations at the same time. And kind of just have an open mind. That's definitely how it's been the last few games, for sure. There's been, like, good things. There's been some things that disappointed people. I think just going into it with a positive attitude and just being like, I love Pokemon, and just taking whatever they give us is kind of probably the best thing. That way you can't get disappointed, and at least if it is super good, you'll just be that much more excited. I definitely am interested to see how they're going to handle, like, the actual environment of the game. Because from what they've explained, it's only going to take place in Lumio City. And, like, I know Lumio City was pretty big as far as, like, the 3DS map. But, like, seeing it on the Switch is going to be crazy. And then, like, trying to figure out how you're going to encounter an entire Pokemon game's worth of Pokemon in a single city is going to be weird. So, I'm curious to see how they do that. I'm not sure if it's going to be, like, there's going to be, like, open world outside of the city. Like, I just don't know. It's going to be interesting for sure. All right, 1807. We are getting very close to 2,000, guys. Literally, the next stream, we're going to hit 2,000 and probably go above that. So, hopefully we get this Shiny Mew. But yeah, Shiny Arrow, Simply Lovely. If you want to, feel free to join our Discord. The link is on the channel. Definitely feel free to join. We do a lot of posts as far as like when we're going live, and also there's a bunch of channels for chatting and stuff. So trying to get that going more as well. So definitely feel free to join the Discord if you'd like to. Don't think it's just the city. Yeah, I hope not, because I don't really think that they could make a Pokemon game take place in one city. So I'm hoping that it definitely has more areas than just Lumiose. Maybe they're just thinking that Lumiose is going to be like the focal point as far as like the actual main town, kind of like what they did in Legends Arceus, where it's like the main town. That would make more sense. But they haven't really shown us a lot to begin with yet, so we kind of just are going based on what we've seen and speculation, so we'll have to see. Oh, and also, guys, I'll mention this now, too. If you haven't already, make sure you like the video and stream, because it goes a long way to boost the YouTube algorithm and have new people come in and see the stream. We've been getting a lot of new people lately, and it's been really fun meeting new people and chatting with everybody, so it goes a long way, so I would definitely appreciate it. We will see. It looked futuristic. Yeah, it's gonna be weird, because, like, it looked futuristic, but it's also supposed to be, like, blueprints, like old school kind of style. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens. I'm excited. All right, 1811. Yes, it's blueprints in the same period as the reconstruction of Paris. Yeah, so like the idea, 1880s, exactly, thank you. I was going to say, it's definitely like an older kind of one. I was the second one to like the stream. Oh, thank you so much, Simply Lovely. I appreciate it. Absolutely. Very much appreciated. Yeah, it definitely goes a long way on YouTube for sure. The algorithm is interesting and complex, and the likes definitely do help more than you would think. So I always usually feel pretty bad asking about it, but there's like a bunch of other streamers I've been watching recently, and they're usually just pretty honest about it, and like, it tends to be like, if you like the content, you like the content. Obviously, if you don't like it, don't like it, but, you know, it definitely helps out for sure. So definitely appreciate everybody. And it's been a blast getting to meet all kinds of new people. We've had a lot of new chatters and active chatters, repeat chatters. It's been really fun. Going into the past would fit the idea of Legends Arceus. Yeah, so I definitely think, like what Lauderdude was saying, is that it's going to go like back in time to like when Lumiose was being constructed, which would be really cool. So I'm excited about that. I don't know if it's going to go so far back as like during the whole like ancient weapon thing with AZ. I would love that. That's honestly what I'd love the most, is like a really deep story lore-based Pokemon game. We'll just have to see what we get, but that would be so cool. Definitely would love to see like a black and white Legends game, or black and white remakes for that matter at all. Either one would be nice. Definitely want to see a Let's Go Johto. I don't know. I know Shiny Arrow and Simply Lovely, you guys were talking about that earlier with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I want a sequel. I want Let's Go Johto so bad. Yeah, a Heart Gold remake. See, exactly. I would be so happy with Let's Go Johto. It would look so good on the Switch. Like, specifically, the main part that I always keep talking about is the part where you're walking out of Ecruteak and you're going down the path to the tower for Hello. That whole area with, like, all the trees that are, like, autumn trees, it would look so beautiful on the Switch. Like, I want to see that so badly. But, yeah, definitely hope that they do that. Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire on the Switch would be insane too. I feel like if they remake Gen 3, they're going to probably wait a little bit longer before they do something like that. I definitely would see them remaking Black and White probably before that, because like if you think about it, Like, we've gotten the remakes for other generations. Black and White just hasn't really gotten much love. So if they were to remake Gen 3, it probably would be a little off into the future. But yeah, it would look really good on the Switch. Definitely. I agree. One of the things that was mentioned in, like, the last stream, or stream before last, I forget exactly which one it was like, the idea of them bringing back the older Pokemon games onto the Switch's, like, virtual library. And I was saying that I doubt they're going to do that currently with the lifespan of the Switch ending, but it could be just the thing to get a bunch of people to buy them if they release them when the Switch 2 comes out. I could totally see them, like, releasing all of, like, the original, like, Pokemon games on that library, and I could tell you right now, I would absolutely buy them. It would be amazing to have them all on the Switch, and, like, hopefully have compatibility with Pokemon Home, too. That would be amazing. Because once they discontinue Pokemon Bank and, like, Pokemon Transporter, all of the Pokemon games, like, pre-Generation 6 are essentially... Well, actually, I think even Generation 6, if Pokemon Bank gets closed, are essentially over. And, like, you can't do any more hunts and stuff. Like, what I'm doing right now wouldn't be possible anymore. It could be that they have the old Stadium games on Switch. Yeah, I would love to see them eventually get the entire complete Pokemon library on one console. Like, I think that would be amazing for Pokemon fans and, like, collectors, to be able to have that option. It would be really cool. And it would make Nintendo a ton of money, too. Like, they have to know that. And it's probably one of those things that, like, Nintendo is always good at marketing and knowing what people want and, like, know people will buy stuff. So I could totally see them doing that at some point. Would buy every single game? Yeah, exactly. I know I would. So that's 2 people right there. Like, I pretty much own every single Pokemon game, like a physical cartridge as it is. There's, like, a handful that I'm missing from my collection, but I would still get the digital ones just for the sake that they'd be able to connect to Pokemon Home and all be on one console. That would be an amazing thing. So, yeah, I hope Nintendo does that at some point. It would be great. There you are, Mew. Alright, 1820. You should go for 2K today unless you're super uncomfy. Honestly, I'm feeling pretty good right this second. I think we might be able to get to 2K today. We will see. The only thing is, I'm very tired today. I don't think I really slept well. And honestly, there was a part of this stream a little bit ago where I was feeling super tired, and I think chatting with everybody and talking has definitely gotten me much more hyped. And I think maybe with a little caffeine, I'd probably feel a little better. So we might be able to get 3,000 today. Oh, I don't know about that, Shiny Arrow Shiny. That's a tall order. You'll make me coffee. You know what? Deal. You come home and make coffee, and I'll go to 2,000. That sounds fair to me. I appreciate it. Because honestly, I want to see if we get this thing before 2,000. I really want to get Shiny Mew before 2,000. Sleep overrated anyways. Exactly. We can sleep later. Who needs sleep? We were up late playing Valorant last night. Lauder Dude, aka Caleb, who was here just a little bit ago in the chat. We played Valorant till way too late last night. But we had a good time, so it was fun. Alright. 1824. Okay, I got a question for you guys. This is a good one. If we get a new evolution in this new game, which one would you want? Because, I don't know. I'm having a hard time picking which one I'd want. Because there's a few ones that would be really cool. Like, I guess I'll lay them out. So obviously we have the bug type evolution we don't have, a steel type evolution we don't have, rock we don't have, ground we don't have, and dragon we don't have. Will you make a stream for Scarlet soon? Yeah, actually, Simply Lovely, I do a lot of shiny hunting in Violet and Scarlet, so I will be doing a shiny stream for sure. I've got a few things going on. I'm doing like some egg hatching and also just like trying to get shinies and like outbreaks and stuff. So I will definitely be doing that. Oh, and yes, also the ghost type. I forgot about that. Simply Lovely says dragon. Danny says dragon. A ghost one would be cool. I do agree. Ghost would be pretty cool. Dragon would be sick. Steel would be really cool. It'd also be like a good counter to fairy types. Steelion or some sort of other type of metal with the word eon in it. Dragion. I don't know exactly how that would work. I'm not sure what they would call the bug type. Insection or something. I really don't know. You play ranked in Valorant or just casual? Mostly just casual, like unrated. We do play... I've played ranked a couple times in the past, but haven't really ever gotten super great placements. Arcanion? It's like a spider. I like that. Arachnion. I've read that weird. Yeah, no, that would be cool. Yeah, that's why you had fun. And when I say we had fun, I mean we had fun, like, where we played together as a group and had fun, but, like, we didn't necessarily have a ton of fun because, you know, Valorant can be frustrating just in general. But it's fun, though, with friends. I keep seeing a dragon Eevee named Drakion. Oh, Drakion. That would be awesome. I like that. I could totally see that. That would probably be exactly what they call it. Drakion. That'd be cool. In Diamond, there's no fun anymore. Oh, you're in Diamond? Yeah, you're definitely a higher rank than I am. I can imagine it's probably not fun. I don't really remember what ELO my two friends are. I feel like Spare is probably... I don't know if he's like Platinum or Diamond. He might be there. I think Caleb's Platinum too. I forget. Which number were we at, guys? I just realized I did the thing where I backspace and then didn't pay attention to where we were. What were we at? 1828, I think we were at? Is this 1829? I'm gonna go with 1829. I believe that's correct. Goulion? 1828. Okay, so this one should be 1829 then. Yeah. Okay, cool. It sounds like Goulion. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that would work. We might have to come up with a different name for the ghost type one. But Drakion definitely works for the dragon type. And I like the suggestion you had for the where is it? Where is it back? It was Arachion. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Alright, and this was 1830. But yeah, I would love if they added a new evolution. I think that'd be a really fun thing. And it's something that a lot of Pokemon... Spookyon? That would be awesome. Spookyon. If they added a new evolution, that would be great, though. I feel like a lot of people have been wanting one for quite some time. And it's been a long time since we got one. Like, literally, the last one was Sylveon, which is in Generation 6. So, it would kind of fit that they're making another Generation 6 game that the next evolution comes out, no? I don't know. That'd be kind of cool. But, yeah, we'll have to just see what they do. I'm very excited for it.
Apparition.
Apparition! I like that too. Mrs. Crestfallen got home. Yeah, Apparition would be cool. I kind of like that. We got some good candidates. They should have made one for Gen 9. You're absolutely right. They should have. They really should have. And I don't know if I ever finished answering your question, but yes, we are going to do some Pokemon Violet and Scarlet streams. Absolutely, because we got a lot of shiny hunting to do in that game still. And I will be doing streams on that. And there are some videos on that you can check out too if you want to. But yeah, definitely we'll do some streams on that for sure. Let's see here. All right, 1834. So, please release 2, otherwise the number is not even. Oh my gosh.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure. Let me see. Please release 2, otherwise the number is not even. What do you mean, Arrow Shiny? But the other thing we're definitely going to be doing is more Dynamax adventures, with viewers especially. So if any of you guys have Sword and Shield or like the DLC, we are definitely going to be doing some of Shiny Hunting in those. So if you guys want to join that at some point, definitely want to get some people for that. That'll probably be something we organize in the Discord where we get like a rotation going. Like if we were to get enough people, we honestly could probably have it be where there's like parties. So like, you know, we get 4 people and then like if more than 4 people show up, we get it where like a second party gets formed in one of the other VCs or something, or just group chats if you don't want to use VC. I think that would be fun to get.
The number of the evolutions.
Oh, the number of the evolutions, right, because it's going to be an uneven number. I see. I mean, the tradition of it being only the special types is broken, and I don't think they'll ever make another evolution. Maybe an EV analog? I mean, we'll see. We'll definitely see. I feel like it would be a shame that they don't make one for every type. Like, honestly, the whole idea is that EV can evolve into any type Pokemon, and it's kind of crazy that we have all these typings and that we still don't have EV for those different ones. But we'll have to see what they decide. Like, I totally could see it being, like, you give Eevee a Reaper Cloth and it turns into the Ghost-type Eevee. Or, like, they have, like, a mechanic where it, like, knocks itself out or something and it evolves holding a Reaper Cloth. Skithra says, there's going to be another one in the next game. Welcome to the stream, Skithra, by the way. I'm playing Scarlet because I just started playing and thought it would get a shiny already, but I don't. Oh, well, you know what? Honestly, I think you're going to get one. The shiny odds in Scarlet and Violet, you know, it tends to be pretty good. Lauder Dude here got, like, what did you get, 5 or 6 in our playthrough of it recently? Like, full odds. So, you know what? I think you're going to get one, Simply Lovely. You just got to...
Scarlet the one you want me to do next?
Yes. That one is the one that I was thinking would be good for you to play next.
I'm a Pokemon newbie, and I just played Let's Go Pikachu. That was my very first Pokemon game.
Yep. Fairy would be physical if it was Gen 3, and Dragon was only special. It hasn't gotten one. I truly don't think it will fit with any of the region's cultures. 6 shinies. Yeah, he got 6 shinies. I'm playing Scarlet Shiny Badge Challenge. I got Skiddo as my starter shiny. Oh, very cool. How many encounters did it take you to get Skiddo for your first one? Do you think a new type will come along with at some point? That I don't know if... I don't see them adding any new Pokemon types. That seems more unlikely to me than getting another evolution. It took 7 hours. Oh, man. That's not terrible, actually, though. It could have been worse. 7 hours is not too bad. But yeah, Arrow Shiny, I don't think that they're probably going to add another Pokemon type. And if they did, I couldn't even imagine what it would be right now. I think the chances of getting the other evolutions of types that we don't have yet is more likely. But like Lauder Dude was saying, it would be kind of difficult to like introduce them and not exactly sure where you'd introduce them, like to fit into the regions and like the time frames. The only one I could definitely think would be possible for this one, I have an argument for the steel type Eevee because like they're literally building and constructing like, you know, Paris, you know, and Lumio City and like steel, and they're building, and like it would also be the counter to fairy type, which is the one that was introduced in Generation 6. So that's my argument that possibly could make sense. If you do a shiny badge challenge in a new game, that would be dope. Yeah, that would be cool. I actually have been watching some people who are doing those that have been streaming. One of them actually was streaming. They're doing one in BDSP, and basically they had to like reset for their starter, and they actually finally got it last night. It was 2,225 resets, but they got their shiny Chimchar. So they're going to be able to continue their series, which was actually really fun. But yeah, I would like to do one of those. That would be fun. I had kind of started to try and do one. It was going to be an Ultra Sun and Moon, and it was going to be like a shiny Nuzlocke. But I have not continued that one. Let's see here. Since really Gen 6, they've created the Mons representing the region and its culture. Eevee was just part of the randomness of Gen 1, so I don't really think there will be another evolution. No, that's fair. I would love to see one, and I think it'd be cool if they finished all the types, but I see what you mean, though. Like, I definitely... if they keep adding types, the newest one will just be broken like Fairy is now. Yeah, exactly. What was the first Pokemon game you played? That's a great question. So the first Pokemon game that I ever played, it was actually kind of two technically at the same time. My older cousin gave me a Game Boy Color and Pokemon Red and Blue at the same time. And I was playing Pokemon Red as like my first ever Pokemon game. But while I was playing Pokemon Red is when Pokemon Pearl and Diamond came out on the DS, and my friend at school had Pokemon Pearl, and all I had prior to that was Pokemon Red. So to go from Pokemon Red to Pokemon Pearl was a huge shock for me, but was really fun. So I would say both of those kind of like at the same time, essentially, is when is the two first ones I played. But what about you? Nice, LOL. You should do it in the newest games, like in Scarlet and Violet. I just got done doing a Scarlet and Violet playthrough, actually, with Lauder Dude. It's actually on the channel if you decide you want to watch it. It's a cage lock, where we both competed against each other, and we did cage matches after every Team Starbase and after every gym battle, and then, like, the loser lost a Pokemon. It was a blast. It was such a good series, so it might be something you want to check out. But I definitely would consider playing one again. It would be really fun. Ah, thank you. Yep, there's the link to the playlist. It looks like Lauderdude just sent that there. Thank you so much. He was the partner in crime on that series, and we've done a bunch of Soul Links over the last, like, 10 years of, like, all the different Pokemon games. Lots of content to watch there, for sure. But this was the first one that we ever did as a Versus, which would be cool. We'll do an only shiny run in Legends ZA. Oh my gosh. You know, there's going to be so many people that do that. There will be. It would be fun. I honestly have never done that, like when a new game drops. It could be kind of fun to do that. Doing a shiny challenge, I would watch. I really like those. Okay, well, like I said, I actually was planning on doing one, and I had started one when I was streaming on Twitch, but I didn't really continue it, and it was a shiny-only Nuzlocke in Ultra Sun and Moon, so it might be something I want to do, but I don't know, maybe do one in, like, Scarlet and Violet or something. That could be kind of cool. Doing that right now in Omega Ruby, not working that well. Yeah, that one's tough, for sure. That's definitely tough, but, you know, you just gotta kind of stick with it and just, you know, be patient, for sure. I think in the situation, like, of streaming it, it would probably be a lot of fun because, obviously, like, you know, everybody's hanging out while you're shiny hunting. You get kind of invested into the series, and then, obviously, as you're progressing through the game, too, you know, everybody's around there. Yeah, it's what you want to see? Yeah, no, that would be fun. I think what I could probably do at some point is, since we have gotten a bunch of new people that have been pretty active lately on the channel and chatting and stuff, I might do a poll to kind of see what would be like a series, like if I do a shiny like Nuzlocke, see what game people want to play. Maybe have like a few to pick from and just do a poll. I think that would probably work best because that way we get like an idea of what everybody wants to see and do like a shiny playthrough on stream. That would be fun. I would enjoy that. My first game was actually on the Nintendo, but always it was Let's Go Eevee. Oh, very cool. Very cool. That's why I watch streamers also who hunt shiny and older games. But yeah, that totally makes sense. I gave you a sub. Hey, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Absolutely. Very much appreciated. Definitely stay tuned. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up. We got a lot of shiny hunts that we have planned. Obviously, we're doing Mew right now in Emerald. We're going to be doing Deoxys. I believe we're going to be doing it. I was planning on doing it in Emerald, but we're actually going to probably do it in Fire Red, Leaf Green. Because one of the people in chat 2 days ago was saying that you can reset for it if you do it in Fire Red and Leaf Green, but you can't if you do it in Emerald. So I think I'm going to go for that option, which is very useful information. We've got a Jirachi shiny hunt that we have planned. We have a Manaphy shiny hunt that we have planned. Those ones are like on the older games because you specifically mentioned that Arrow Shiny. And then, of course, we've got a ton of shiny hunting to do in Scarlet and Violet. And Dynamax Adventures and Sword and Shield. So we've got so much stuff. All right, subscribe. Love to see more. Absolutely. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Yeah, it's going to be good. We got some good stuff planned for sure. All right, there we go. 1844. Honestly, all this talking about the new Legends game coming out, like, I'm honestly considering maybe putting together a video of, like, what kind of megas I want to see and, like, what kind of, like, things I think might happen in the game. Kind of like the content we pretty much already discussed in chat. I mean, obviously, you guys were here for it, so you probably would already know exactly what happens in the video. But for everybody else who, like, obviously wasn't here, I think it'd be a cool video. Because there's a lot of cool stuff to talk about as, like, ideas and theories of what might happen. When ZA drops, my first run-through is going to be a Shiny Badge Challenge. That is honestly a really cool idea. Like, I've never done that when a new game drops. The idea of doing that would be really cool. I don't know if you're going to, like, reset for the Shiny starter, whatever it is, and I hope that they do not shiny lock the starters. Fingers crossed, knock on wood, they do not shiny lock the starters, because that would suck. Again, don't know what the starters are going to be. That's another whole thing that everybody's, like, kind of theorizing on. What do you guys think the starters are going to be? You should drop which 3 starters it's going to be. Is it going to just be the Gen 6 starters? Is it going to be, like, a combination of, like, different regions, like in the last Legends game? I'm curious what you guys think. Alright, let's see. I want Chikorita so bad. She needs some love. I agree. We were talking about the Mega Meganium option. I think that would be kind of a cool one since Meganium usually doesn't have any love. Giving it like a dual typing for like Fairy or Dragon would be cool. I don't know. Cannot imagine anything. Could be anything. Old starter, mix of old, new versions of starters. Yeah. It's kind of hard to predict. I've seen like people mention like they've explained their reasoning on why they don't think certain ones are not going to be there. So, like, they were saying any of the starters from Legends Arceus are not going to be there because they're not going to do the same starters. They said that, like, starters from Generation 9 most likely not going to be there either since they're so new. A lot of people were kind of thinking that there's going to be, like, a combination of, like, a Generation, like, 3 or 4 or a 5, maybe a 2, hinting at like Johto. Like, we're just gonna have to see what they do. And oh, with new typing too, so kind of like what they did with like Decidueye or like Typhlosion in Legends Arceus, that kind of thing. Yeah, that would be cool. I'd be curious to see what they come up with if they go that route. You want Mega Meganium to be Grass Steel? Yeah, I think that would be interesting. Grass Steel would be kind of cool because it would, like, it'd be a good counter for fairy types. A lot of people are saying Mega Meganium would have, like, a fairy type design, so it'd be Grass Fairy. So I don't know. We would have to see what they come up with. Delphox would be cool with new typing. Delphox would be cool with new typing, or just Mega Delphox in general. I would take either gladly. Shiny Delphox is amazing. It would be really cool. It's Johto's 25th anniversary. You know what? I was actually thinking that. It's kind of crazy that they didn't do something for Johto, considering it is their 25th anniversary. But you know, Nintendo is also known to kind of drop surprises. How crazy do you guys think it would be if they've been working on, like, a Let's Go Johto behind the scenes, and then they just didn't say anything, and then all of a sudden they're just like, oh yeah, by the way, surprise, 25th anniversary. That would be kind of cool. Would make every starter as a Mega? Yeah, I could see that eventually too. Oh man. That would be crazy if every single starter got a Mega. They're going to in this game? Oh my goodness. It'll be crazy if they do that. That would be so many new Megas. So many new ones. I don't think we'll see Let's Go anytime soon. Yeah, I would love it, but it might not. You're probably right. Watch ZA be attached to Johto somehow. I forget the geography of what they said, like, all the Pokemon regions are in canon. I don't remember exactly where Johto it would be in relation to Generation 6. I don't think they're near each other. But it would be cool if it's somehow connected. Kind of like what they did where, like, Paldea went to Unova with the DLC. That would be interesting. They were also saying that, like, Kitakami was supposed to be based off of, like, Japanese, and then also the fact that Johto, obviously, was, like, Japanese influence, similar to Kanto. We already know that Kanto and Johto are literally attached, because you can go to both regions in the game. It'd be interesting if, like, Kitakami was near Johto, and they had it, like, set up where, like, you could go to Kitakami and Johto, and, like, maybe that would be their connection to be able to link it. But I just don't know how they'd figure that out. What are the legendaries again in ZA? Well, if it's Generation 6, then it would be Xerneas and Yveltal. And I have a feeling they're going to emphasize more on Zygarde this time. Because, like, even in the logo, it definitely looks like it has some Zygarde influence. So, those are, like, the main three for sure. Not sure what they're going to do as far as, like, which focal point. And I can tell you this right now, if they do Mega Zygarde, I'm going to be very disappointed. Because, like, Zygarde already has so many forms, and it's, like, complete 100% form. Literally looks like a Transformer already, or like a Gundam. Like, to have a Mega Zygarde would just be too much. It'd be way too much. What's their whole deal again? Basically, like, I forget exactly, like, the origins of the whole Xerneas and, like, Yveltal thing. Some people are saying, like, there's, like, some kind of, like, similarities to Norse mythology in them. Like basically, the Xerneas is supposed to be, like, Yggdrasil, like the Tree of Life. Which, if that's the case, that's kind of cool. And then, ideally, I think they were saying that, like, Yveltal represents, like, darkness or, like, death or something. But I don't know about what their, like, canon is in Pokemon. The rumors about Pokemon Z with Zygarde back, I guess they'll be focusing on Zygarde. Yeah, which, again, it kind of makes sense anyways, because we got Pokemon X and Y, and we never got a Pokemon Z. So, I guess in a sense, I guess I could see them doing that. Although, they did touch on a bunch of Zygarde stuff in Sun and Moon, which is, like, I don't know. We'll just have to see what they do. It'll be interesting. Alright, we are at 1854. We are halfway through 1800. This is crazy. Are we going to get this Mew before 2000? That is the question. I'm hoping the answer is yes. What do you guys think? You guys think we're getting it before 2K or after 2K? Do you know what time you're doing your stream tomorrow if you don't get the Mew? So if I don't get the Mew today, basically what I've kind of been doing is usually I stream like anywhere from 3 o'clock to like 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today was 4 o'clock we started, like yesterday was 3:30, so usually around like that hour is where I typically try and start. I usually announce it on the Discord when I'm going to start. So if you're in the Discord, you'll see that. I might actually start posting it on the community page here on YouTube as well, so that way people on the YouTube side of things see it. My guess was 2,900. You're right, you did say 2,900. So I hope it's not 2,900 though, because if we get it in 2,900, it's not today, that's for sure. But I would like to get it before 2,000. Yeah, so basically anytime from like 3 p.m. to like 4 p.m. tomorrow Eastern Standard Time is when I will be starting. And then we usually go for a couple hours. They're not terribly long streams right now. But at some point we'll be doing some longer streams again. I had an injury to my hip that I'm actually waiting to get surgery on, so it's kind of painful to sit in one spot too long. And it's one of those things where, like, I just can't sit here for multiple hours. 2 hours is already kind of pushing it. So that's why, unfortunately, we're not doing long streams right this second. What time is it for me right now? So for me right now, it's 6:23 p.m. So that's what time it is right now for me. I think we should do all do Shiny Badge challenges for the new game right off the top. That would be crazy. Okay, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'm not opposed to doing that. I honestly think, like, streaming it and doing a shiny, like, challenge right off the bat, I'm actually kind of okay with that idea. That sounds fun. Like I said, I really hope they don't shiny lock the starters. And, you know, we'll just have to kind of see. Because if they shiny lock the starters, essentially your starter Pokemon is going to get replaced by whatever your first encounter is on the next area or whatever. So, you know what? I'm down. I'll do it. I think it'd be fun. I won't get to play through the game quickly, because one of the things that I'm known for is I usually speedrun the Pokemon games when they come out. And then I usually do, like, you know, additional stuff in those. It'll blow your channel up. I mean, heck yeah. I'm down to do it. If it's something, you know, people want to watch and have fun and hang out and do, I'm down. And I love shiny hunting, so it literally is kind of like part of what I love to do. It's like one of my favorite things about Pokemon, so shiny hunting and the community is literally the two best parts, so it sounds like a good time. I gotta go now, but if you stream tomorrow, I'll join. Sounds good. What did you say? It was almost 1 a.m. for you, Arrow Shiny? Oh my gosh. Yeah, late there. Yeah, definitely we'll see you tomorrow, Simply Lovely. I will definitely be live, so I will see you later. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. That's the point. I do running through it. Yeah, it's always been one of those things. I just play through the game really fast, and then I play another version, like where like you kind of said, like a shiny version or like a Nuzlocke or something, and it's usually a little bit longer, and you're more enjoying the game versus like speeding through it. No problem. Bye. Let's see. That's the point I do to run through it. It'll take my time. Yeah. So I think doing a shiny challenge would be fun for that game. So when it drops, I will definitely try that out. I think it'd be cool. I'm just going to have to avoid spoilers and hopefully not have anything spoiled for me, because it will be kind of slow, I'm sure, since, you know, you're kind of at the mercy of finding shinies. And I can say this right now, if they go with any starters that I already have shinies of, then I'm going to have to definitely go for whichever one I don't have shiny. Now, in a scenario where I have all the shinies of whatever starters they're going to be, I'll probably just pick based on, like, whatever the best one is. And if there's, like, a Pokemon that has a new form, I'll probably pick that one, just because obviously it would be a new form of a Pokemon that's shiny, so that would be cool. So we'll just have to see, obviously, once we know, be able to make that decision. Or it's shiny lock, yeah. if it's shiny locked, then then the starter kind of goes out the window, and we go with whatever the first encounter option is as our quote unquote starter. Most of the time, I ruin the game by running through the game, then not touching it for a long time. I feel that. There's been a few games that I've done that with, where I play through them really quickly, and then I don't touch them for a long time, until then I'm like, well, I want to play through that game again, and, you know, usually shiny hunting is the main thing that brings me back. Oh, I am going to absolutely freak out once we get to Shiny Mew. Ideally before 2000, most likely after 2000. I know Arrow Shiny said 2900. Somebody in the chat yesterday was saying that they actually got their Shiny Mew at like 2900 something. It was like right before 3000. So maybe I'll have the same luck. I always do a playthrough, then fill the Pokedex, hunt some shinies, and then don't touch it for years. Yeah, that kind of sums up a lot of my experience for, like, Pokemon games. So what are your guys' thoughts on if we do the Legends game and we do like a shiny run of it? Do we give them one life like normal Nuzlocks, or like do we not do a Nuzlocke? Do we just play through it? I'm almost thinking maybe we don't do a Nuzlocke because it's the first playthrough, right? Like, what if we just do shiny only, no Nuzlocke, because that way you don't have to worry about them dying, because that would be terrible. Like, oh my gosh. Some people do like 2 lives for a shiny Pokemon versus like only 1. And like, I'm actually okay with that. I know some people are like, no, you only get 1 life. But like for a shiny Pokemon, 2 lives is a little fair because you work so hard to get each of your Pokemon when you're shiny hunting. So I don't know. We'll see. Nah, shiny hardcore Nuzlocks instantly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's see. I'll have my Trico before you have your Mew. You probably will. Like, as far as I understand, the odds for Oraz, I'm trying to think. I believe it's the 4,096 odds, and I'm working with 8,192. So I think you're probably definitely going to get your Trico first. How's it going, Beelzebub? I like your name. It's like Beelzebub with beans. That's really cool. Welcome to the stream. Beelzebub. That's a really cool name. My fiance says she likes your name as well. It's a good name. But yeah, welcome to the stream. We are Shiny Hunting Mew and Pokemon Emerald. Appreciate it. Yeah, no worries. Right, 1868. Currently hunting as well. Decided to pop in for some company. Awesome. What are you hunting for? And what game? I guess, what are you hunting for and what game? Giratina in the original Diamond. Ooh. Interesting. Are you playing on actual DS or an emulator? Yeah, that's a tough one. Well, you've come to the right stream for company. We are we are shiny hunting. We got Arrow Shiny going for a shiny Trico and Oraz. I got myself going for Mew and Emeralds. You got Giratina and Diamond. We got Gen 3 and Gen 4 shiny hunts going. Let's go. Alright, 1871. Playing on the 3DS? Okay, nice. Yeah, absolutely. Very cool. What number are you at right now? Have you been keeping track? IGN says it's 1 in 8,192 in Oraz. Oh, maybe. And you got, yeah, you're hunting in Scarlet right now. We got people hunting in all the games right now. That's crazy. That's awesome. Currently at 4,898. Oh, man. Well, I am sending shiny luck your way. Sending shiny luck to everybody shiny hunting right now. If you guys get the shiny, definitely let me know for sure. If any of you decided to join the Discord, I don't know if anybody did yet, but if you do, there is a chat called Shiny Pokemon, and if you guys get the shiny, let me know, because I would love to see it. I'm hoping eventually we get some people that share shiny Pokemon when they find them in that chat, because I think it'd be really cool to have one to be able to see. Thank you, sending you luck too. I appreciate it, definitely. So yeah, I don't think I realized that Oraz had the 8,192 odds as well. So that's interesting. I think Diamond and Pearl still did too, right? Because it was like back before they updated it. I'm like 95% sure. You did? Okay, cool, Arrow Shiny. Very cool. Yeah, so if you get that shiny Trico, I want to see it. Yeah, they have no shiny charm. Exactly. Okay, cool. So we all have the 8,192 odds. Crazy, crazy. Well, Shiny Giratina is a great shiny Pokemon. It's actually still one of the ones I need for my shiny living decks. I definitely am not going to put myself through shiny hunting it in Diamond and Pearl like you are, though. You are more brave than me. I'm actually going to do Giratina and the Dynamax adventures. Hopefully should be a little quicker than the alternative. But for the Pokemon that I have no choice to hunt for, except for like full odds, those are the ones that I'm doing this way. Some sources also say it's 1 in 4,096. I'm not sure. Yeah, if there's a shiny charm in the game, I think it's probably the 4,096 odds. I believe for Oraz, it had been updated where it was the 4,096. I would have to check. If somebody else in chat knows, you can throw that into chat. I don't remember right this second. Anything past X and Y should be the 4,096 chance. Yeah, and I think Oraz came out after X and Y because it was the remake on the 3DS. So I think it should be the 4,096. Yeah, because basically, like, prior to X and Y is the 8,192 because the shiny charm hadn't been introduced and they didn't have the shiny odds yet. So, I believe that makes sense. So actually one of the things I'm probably going to end up doing, maybe before tomorrow, we'll see how I'm feeling later on, but I was going to say I want to update the layout a little bit to like include on the layout where it says what the shiny odds are, because a lot of people when they first join the chat, they're like curious what the shiny odds are, which of course obviously is a fair question, but just having it on the layout too I think will be good, just so that way like it's there so that people just coming in and seeing it for the first time also see that. Yeah, now it hurts even more taking so long. Yeah, but hey, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. I guarantee it. Just keep at it. You're going to get it. And when you do get it, it's going to be super worth it. Because, again, Shiny Trico all the way up to Shiny Mega Sceptile is going to be awesome. And Skithra, what are you hunting for in Scarlet right now? Because I remember you mentioned you're hunting currently in Scarlet. What are you going for right this second? You'll have to remind me. What was your longest hunt so far? This is probably going to be my longest hunt. I think I soft reset in BDSP for a Shiny Palkia. I got to like 2,000 and then I think I quit. I literally just was like, I don't want to sit here any longer and do this. I wasn't streaming it. I wasn't having anybody in chat. Like, I was just doing it myself, and I was getting very bored of it. And I was like, Shiny Palkia is not even that cool. Like, what am I doing? So I pretty much just quit. But this is probably going to be the longest one by the time I get this Shiny Mew. What about you guys? What is your current shiny that's taken the longest? It could be one that you found or one that you're still hunting for. Because it looks like you were saying that you're at 4,000. Where did that message go? 4,009. Yeah, 4,898. So you're almost at 5K on Giratina. That's crazy. You're doing the badge challenge after my second Pokemon? Okay, nice. That's right. So you're already doing the badge challenge. That's really cool. Are you going for a specific Pokemon as your second one, or is it going to kind of just be like whatever you find? I'm guessing in Scarlet, it's probably going to be whatever pops up as shiny, but is there one that you're hoping for, Skithra? My longest was Shiny Darkrai. Don't know how many resets, but it took roughly 2 years. Wow. Yeah, Shiny Darkrai is definitely one I cannot wait to go for. I love Darkrai. He's probably my favorite Pokemon that there is. So to get a Shiny Darkrai would be amazing. It's whatever I find. I wanted Corviknights. Gotcha. Well, hopefully you do find that then. Sending luck for that. But again, obviously, whatever you find, of course, though. It's still going to be cool because it's shiny. Darkray's also my favorite. Definitely was worth the hunt. Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, Darkrai is so cool. I don't feel like I run into a lot of people who say Darkrai is their favorite, but he's such a cool Pokemon. I'd say, like, Gengar and Darkrai have always been tied as, like, my favorite Pokemon. And I have a really hard time picking between the two of them. But, like, I'd say Darkrai is definitely at the top. Gengar is probably second. Jigglypuff's up there as, like, third, because that's who I play in Super Smash Brothers. And then there's just so many other amazing Pokemon. I have a hard time picking. Because the rule is the first shiny I run into after each gym I have to catch. Gotcha. So it's essentially like how, like, in a Nuzlocke, wherever your first encounter on each route you have to catch. So, like, whatever your first shiny is after the badge you have to catch. That's cool. And only that. Yep. My longest shiny hunt before Trico was 10 hours, maybe. Gotcha. What were you hunting for? I would say right this second, I think, what are we at? Almost 3 hours. I'd say we're just shy of 30 hours total on this hunt. Broken up over 9 streams. So, I'd say this one is definitely going okay so far. We're averaging about like 200 encounters per 2 hours. So it's essentially almost like an encounter a minute. And when I do it really fast and I don't mess up, I get a little bit better than that. So as long as I just keep chipping away at it, I'm going to get the Shiny Mew for sure. Litten resetting. Okay, it took 10 hours for Litten. Gotcha. Yeah, Litten is amazing. Shiny Litten's really cool. That's actually one of the ones that's still on my list right now. For the Shiny Living decks. I still need to get a Litten and the whole line for that. By far the best Shiny starter in Sun and Moon? Yeah, I agree. I'd say the next best Shiny is definitely Rowlet. I really love Rowlet. It's a good Pokemon. Was planning on hunting it too, but then got one gifted from another streamer friend of mine. Oh, cool. Yeah, one of the things that I'm doing is, like, I've got a few shiny Pokemon that have been gifted to me from, like, a few, like, friends and stuff. But the thing is, like, I'm not counting those in my shiny decks because unless I hunt for it, I literally can't really count it in good conscience because I didn't hunt for it. You know what I mean? But I have like a box of like extra shiny Pokemon that were given to me, which are really cool shinies. Or like ones from like surprise trade and stuff, which you never even know if they're legitimate shinies anyways. But they're still cool regardless. But yeah, as far as like the ones I'm counting for the living dex, I have to find it myself for it to count. So if I was counting ones that I just had, I would have like probably double or triple my count right now. But I am only counting ones that I've actually hunted myself. But Litten is going to be a really good one. I'm excited about that. Alright, 1888. Once I get my first 3 shinies, I can start to figure out how my team is going to go through the playthrough. Right, yeah. Starting off on a shiny badge challenge is definitely hard, because, like, you know, starting out is going to be tough trying to get started, and then trying to figure out, like, you know, progressing and stuff, so I get what you mean. Skiddo is my starter, but Go-Goat is great. Yeah, Go-Goat's great. This shiny Skiddo and shiny Go-Goat are cool. That's definitely one of the Pokemon that's still on my list as well. You'll probably hear me say that a lot, because I'm just under 20% complete of the shiny dex. I'm at 211 right now. So, I have way more shinies to hunt than I do currently have shinies. Alright, we got 10 more before 1900. Are we going to get it before 1900? Let's see. Right, 1892. So I want to get your guys' opinion on something. This has been something I've been trying to decide since I started going for the shiny hunt. I really want to catch the shiny Mew in a dive ball more than anything else. That's why I have my Pokemon with false swipe, so that I can probably try and do that. But here's the problem. Mew has Metronome. Metronome has the option to be able to do self-destruct, explode, take down, any of those moves where essentially it can kill itself. And I want to definitely avoid doing that. And one of those things that I'm worried about is, like, if I get the shiny after thousands of resets, I'm worried that basically it kills itself and I fail the encounter. And that I don't want that. So my thought process is, if I see it shiny, as much as I want it in a dive ball, I think the save option is probably just to go for the Master Ball and guarantee the capture. But I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are.
It would make for good content if you had to do the whole shiny hunt again.
No. No. At that point, I count the fact that I found a shiny and I just give up on hitting it. No, I would probably end up having to hunt him again. I wouldn't want to, but I would. I'd probably speed up, though, if I do it. Like, one of the things, like, I'm not doing any types of speeds ups because, like, the whole idea is I want to try and keep this as, like, authentic and genuine as possible. And I've had a few people be like, oh, why don't you just speed up? Like, you'll get it way quicker. But, like, the idea is it's more authentic. Like, I feel like you're playing it more real if you don't speed up. Sock My Dad Jenkins, welcome to the chat. I spent about 8 months soft racing for Shiny Landorus and Pokemon White and tried to catch it in a Premier Ball. It died using Struggle. I still don't have it. Oh, man. See, that's brutal. That is so brutal. I wouldn't want that to happen to Mew. That's why, like, I really think I probably should just go for the Master Ball to avoid anything like that. Dive Ball it, and if it dies, leave it in the forest. Oh my gosh. I don't want it to die. That's the problem. Alright, 1897. We got 3 more chances for it to be shiny before we hit 1900. We'll see if we get it. The other thing, okay, here's the other thing that was like a question of morality, is that, like, I was thinking, like, well, if I get the shiny, I could do a save state, and then I absolutely can guarantee I catch it, because, like, you know, if it dies, I can reset. But I feel like that's cheating, you know? Like, I feel like that's, like, cheesy, and I don't want to do that. So I don't think I would do that, you know what I mean? I want to catch this thing as legitimately as possible. So as much as I want to throw a dive ball, I think I'm going to probably use the Master Ball. Or you know what, I tell you what. I'll try one dive ball. I will try one dive ball as a YOLO. Now, if the universe hates me and it goes for Explosion turn 1 or Self-Destruct turn 1, then it wasn't meant to be. And I have to rehunt it. But I want to at least try and catch it in the dive ball. In all honesty, how many Shiny Mew have been caught with a Master Ball? I mean, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't feel like a lot of people have attempted this hunt anyways, because it's a pain in the ass to hunt for this Pokemon. So I'm really not sure how many people have gone for it. And I'm assuming most people probably have used a Master Ball. You answered it, all of them. So what you're trying to say is that if I do catch it in not a Master Ball, that would be potentially the first one, and also would probably be like, I don't know, I would say probably bragging rights, right? If you say that you caught Shiny Mew in not a Master Ball, that'd be kind of a flex. Okay, well, when you put it like that, I feel like I have to try now. It's a monster flex. Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, like, I have get it in the dive ball. I want it in the dive ball so bad. I really do. Here's the thing, too. I have my Breloom that has the option for, like, paralyzing it. If I get it paralyzed, then it has a lower chance of, you know, obviously using Metronome, and therefore a lower chance of, you know, killing itself. So maybe the play is, like, if I get Shiny Mew, I switch into Breloom, paralyze it, and then try and just, like, start chucking dive balls. I think that might be the play. You reckon dive ball is doable? I think it's doable, but I'm just worried about it killing itself. That's the biggest problem. Mew has a decent catch rate, pretty sure. Also, I had a random Shiny Mew in a randomized series, and it was Pinwheel Forest, so I didn't have one. Ah, that's a bummer. So here's my problem. Like, I do think it's doable, and I agree. It has a decent catch rate. As a matter of fact, Colin actually did the math on it as to what the shiny percent, or the catch rate would be if I paralyze it at full HP and if I use False Swipe. The problem is, it's just like you're basically gambling the chances of not catch rate, but also the chances of it killing itself with Explosion, Self-Destruct, Takedown, any of those things if you False Swipe it. So that's why I'm kind of like, maybe I don't False Swipe it and I just make it paralyzed. I don't know why, but I don't care which ball it is. Yeah, some people don't really care like what ball you catch the shiny in. I just think the dive ball would be perfect since it's blue and it will match, and I really like trying to use Pokeballs that match the Pokemon. What was your comment from before? You said you want to get your Giratina in a luxury ball? Yeah, a Giratina in a luxury ball would be so good. I actually like to catch a lot of the shinies in luxury balls. It's one of my preferred Pokeballs for catching them. Dive ball is 100% the way to go. Most people freak just seeing a Mew and throwing a Master Ball at it, and it's not, and not shiny hunting it. Right, yeah, I feel like most people would throw a Master Ball seeing a Mew, period. So I try to use either normal Pokeballs or Premier Ball. Yeah, Premier Ball definitely is good. Pokeball too. Can't go wrong with that. But yeah, I agree with you. I think most people would probably freak out and just throw a Master Ball, period. But I will go that route if I have to, because I want to catch it. But I think I really do want to try and use a Dive Ball. So I think the play will be, if we get Shiny Mew, we switch into Breloom, we paralyze it, and then we just start throwing Dive Balls. I got a whole stack of them, so essentially we've got 100 tries, well 99 technically. We got 99 tries to get it in a Dive Ball, you know, and if I think like it's at risk of potentially going south, I can just throw the Master Ball if I need to. And I think that's the plan. This is another reason why having chat is really great, because you can like bounce ideas off people and get feedback and thoughts and stuff. So definitely appreciate it. To be honest, I kind of regret getting my Shiny Darkrai and only an Ultra Ball, but honestly, didn't want to risk it after 2 years. Yeah, I totally get you. If I spent 2 years hunting a Pokemon, honestly, if I were you, I probably would have thrown the Master Ball. I don't know if you had one or not, but catching it in an Ultra Ball, still cool. But yeah, I mean, in that sense, Master Ball wouldn't have been too bad either, only because, like, you know, it's purple, and Shiny Darkrai is purple. It actually kind of would have looked good. But catching it in something non-Master Ball when it's a legendary is, you know, obviously a flex. But I feel ya. Oh, you didn't have your Master Ball yet at that point. Got you. Yep. That'll do it. Alright, 1906. I can't believe we are in the 1900s. This is crazy. We're gonna hit 2000 before we know it. What's your top 3 favorite Pokemon? Okay, so I would say Darkrai, Gengar, and Jigglypuff have probably been my top 3 for the longest time. You and the chat. Yeah, what are your guys' top 3 as well? Just 1,000 more and you'll get it. You'll see. Alright, 1907. Yeah, so that would be my answer. I think Skithra. Darkrai, Gengar, and Jigglypuff. I have a favorite Pokemon probably from each region. That's a longer answer. I usually like being asked what my top 5 is because it's a little easier. I always feel bad picking like top 3 because there's just so many good Pokemon. Mine is Ampharos, Flygon, and Licky Licky. Very cool. Those are some cool Pokemon. I really like Flygon a lot too. Ampharos is pretty cool, and Licky Licky's not really usually a common one that you see a lot of people like, so I like that answer. That's a good one. I know I got asked earlier what my favorite Mega is, and I would definitely say Shiny Mega Gardevoir. It's amazing. I don't think I would count Megas as like a Pokemon themselves, so that's why I probably wouldn't be able to add that. But if it counted, I would say it's definitely up there for me. It's such a good-looking Pokemon. Top 5, I have Corviknight in there too. Yeah, Corviknight would be in my top as well, specifically Shiny Corviknight. Regular Corviknight's still really cool, but Shiny Corviknight is... oh, it's such a good Pokemon. Aegislash, Ice Cube, Kyogre, and then with legendaries, Aegislash, Ice Cube, and without legendaries, Aegislash, Ice Cube, and Crocodile. Yeah, those are all really solid Pokemon. Absolutely good choices. Alright, 1910. Just love that the penguin has a block of ice on its head. Honestly, I found an outbreak of them not too long ago, and I was actually trying to shiny hunt them. I got a little unlucky with that particular outbreak. I didn't end up getting one. But I really want a shiny one because it's a cool shiny. It's like a nice pink color. I just love all the Gen 4 legendaries and mythicals, to be honest. Honestly, they're all so good. They did a really good job in Gen 4. All of them are good. I'm saving for a computer to start streaming. I have $600 I have over $600 so far. Nice, definitely. You're on your way there. Depending on like what kind of build you're going for, I would probably say like probably at least 1,000 is usually what you want. I know like my computer, the base one I think I got it for like 1,500, and then I had to very shortly after replace the graphics card because my just basically stopped working for no reason. I had it like maybe a year and my graphics card just decided to stop. So I had to upgrade, and it was during 2020, during COVID, when graphics cards were like impossible to get. And the only one they could get was an upgrade. So they were like, well, I can't get you the same one, but I can get you a better one. Obviously more expensive. So after buying that and then buying RAM, I think my computer is probably at like a little over 2K at this point. And the worst part is it's outdated, I would say, probably, because, you know, there's new stuff that's come out since then. So I don't really want to have to upgrade, but eventually I think that is something I'm going to have to do. I think I was talking with Lauder Dude. I don't know if he's in the chat still, but we're going to work on a PC build together at some point. And then I think what we'll do is give this one to Mrs. Crestfallen, because she only has a gaming laptop, so it would be a huge upgrade for her still. And the computer itself is great, but, you know, there's obviously new stuff that's out. Alright, that was 1914. What a year. I've built everything. It's already up to $2,400. Yeah, Skithra. I feel ya. Definitely can get pricey for sure. But yeah, if you get there, you're gonna have a really good computer for sure. And streaming and stuff is so much fun. Recording videos, making content, all that stuff is just a blast. It's one of those things that like I took a long time not being consistent about it. And it was one of those things where, like, for a long time, I really felt like my channel didn't really get any views, and I didn't really feel like I had, like, any, like, connection with the people that were watching the content, and that's why I actually started streaming, because just making videos, I felt like never gave me that kind of, like, enjoyment and satisfaction. And then I started streaming on Twitch rather than YouTube, and it went well. It was fun. But then I just decided not too long ago to really just start streaming on YouTube, and that's seriously been a huge boost. Like, I don't know, I've met so many cool people over the last couple weeks, and it's been so great. So definitely happy to be doing it. It really is probably one of my favorite things right now. Alright, 1917. So yeah, if you end up deciding to start doing streaming and content, I highly suggest it. It is fun. Alright, 1918. 50 away from 5K, hoping I get it. Awesome! Congrats! I'm gonna say congrats early. 5K, that's very cool. Yeah, I think when I hit 1K at some point, someday, I will be very happy. That'll be a cool mile marker for sure. I think we're a ways off still, but you know, we're gonna just keep grinding, keep streaming. We're meeting a lot of cool people. I think we'll get there. We just gotta keep at it. Alright, 1919. I will have the computer before winter, I know, and before ZA drops. Awesome. Well, that's cool, because you'll be able to start right in time then. Oh, no, I meant 5K soft resets. My bad. No, you're good. I misunderstood. I was going to say, oh, you have 5K on your channel? That's awesome. Well, 5K resets. You keep going, man. You're going to get there. I misunderstood. I was going to say, that's cool. Then we can do the shiny badge challenge together. You know, the more people who are down to do it, that's pretty cool. We'd be able to all see who gets the shiny starter first. That'd be pretty cool. Guess I'm happy that I don't count it. If I saw 5,000, I think I'd go crazy. Yeah. I don't want to see 5,000. I want to see 1,900 something in the next 80. Maybe 2,000 something. But if I get past 3K, I will be a little sad. But it is also very possible that that's what will happen. But it's okay. What's your favorite gen? Oh, that's such a tough question. Favorite generation. So I would say my favorite generation might be Generation 2. Only because in Generation 2 you have the option of playing through both Johto and Kanto. And I remember thinking that that was the coolest thing ever. Because you get both the experience of both regions and it's really fun. I do prefer the Heart Gold Soul Silver like remake version of it if I'm going to play through it. It's probably like my favorite Pokemon game just because it has Gen 4 Pokemon, Gen 4 mechanics, but also has the Johto and the Kanto story. So it's kind of like a combination of like all the best things from Gen 1, 2, all the way up to 4. So I'd say that. I really do like Generation 5 a lot. The thing is, I love all the Pokemon games, so it's a really tough question. I think at the moment 3K or 4K at the most. Got you. Trust me, Giratina is really testing my sanity right now. I guarantee it is. Just stick with it. It's going to be so worth it. That's all I could say. It's a great shiny. Mine is so close to 3, and 2 it's a tie. Yeah, that's a good answer. Arrow Shiny says, I just love Gen 3. Gen 3 is so good. It is. Oraz was a really good game too, because again, you get Generation 3 story, but then also like all of the bonuses of like Generation 6, like, you know, all that stuff. So it's a great game. Favorite games are 4 and 7. You know, I had a hard time with Generation 7. Generation 7 was really fun, but Generation 7 is where I really started to feel like the way that Nintendo changed Pokemon games. They made it very, like, user-friendly to new people, which is fine. But, like, for veteran players, it definitely felt like it had a lot more dialogue and, like, a lot more... I don't know, the phrase I'd probably use is, like, hand-holding. And that's what kind of was a little disappointing. And I feel like that trend has kind of continued from Generation 7 onward. That's the only gripe that I think I would say. Gen 3, I had a Dream Emerald save at over 500 hours. Or single Emerald save at over 500 hours. Wow. That's a lot of hours in Emerald. I'm sure you probably had a ton of progress made there. Yeah, I don't know what time I have currently in mind right now. Let me go down and see. Save. I've got 83 hours in this game. Okay, so to be fair, when I played through the game, I sped up through the game because obviously I didn't really necessarily care too much about the actual game. I've played Emerald so many times. I just wanted to beat the game so I could start doing the shiny hunt. So I would say only about probably... I don't know. I've spent about 30 hours hunting Mew, so 30 off of 83, and then maybe 10 hours. So maybe like half of this time is actually played. The other was just speed up, which is kind of funny. Generation 7 has a special place in my heart, because that's the gen I played together with my friends. I feel that. Generation 7 is when me and 3 of my friends, we went to the midnight release for it, and, like, we all got the game, and literally all started playing in the car. Like, we picked our starters, and then, like, went home, and then pretty much, I think, like, by the next day or two, I had already beaten it. It was so much fun. I remember I had an Alakazam level 100, my first EV train fully complete Pokemon I ever, and I loved it. Nice! That's awesome. I like Generation 7, but the fact that Ultra Sun came a year after that somehow annoyed me. That too, that's actually another one of my complaints with Gen 7, is that they released the sequels for it so soon. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like part of me has always thought that they released it because they just were not able to release it in one game. There's actually been people who have talked about that, where they've said, like, they think that Ultra Sun and Moon were really what Sun and Moon were supposed to be, but that they released Sun and Moon early without that extra content because they were rushing. Whereas if they had just waited, they could have released it as Sun and Moon, but it would have had the Ultra Sun and Moon content. I don't know. I agree with you though, Arrow Shiny. I feel like it was really like very rushed that they released a sequel for that. I would have been happy if they just had Ultra Sun and Moon and then, like, it wasn't a sequel. Like, it was just its own standalone thing. I think it would have definitely been a little bit more interesting that way. But Generation 7 introduced a lot of cool Pokemon, a lot of cool legendaries. So, definitely a cool thing for sure. That's why I'm happy that they're taking an extra year for ZA. It's not going to be rushed. Yeah, that is a trend that needs to stop with Pokemon. The fact that they rush games to just fill demand for, like, every, like, Christmas, essentially. It's, like, I get it from, like, the business standpoint. It's like, oh, let's pump out these games. You know, we got to make money. But for the actual people who are buying the games and the fans who have been supporting Pokemon for over 20 years, like 25 years for Johto's anniversary, you need to make a quality game. And there's just been so many things that have happened with some of the last games where people complain and it just did not come out the way it should have because it was rushed. Longer stream today, love it, keep it up. Hey, thanks Colin. We got peer pressured basically into doing 2,000 encounters. Danny said, let's do 2,000. Arrow Shiny wanted us to go to 2,900 or 3,000 today. That definitely is not going to be the case. We're actually going to call it at 2,000.
Okay, to be fair, I said get to 2,000 unless you're in too much pain.
Right, which...
So...
Right this second, I'm okay. But I will call it at 2,000 though. They should let the side companies do the side games like Mystery Dungeon, and they should work on the main titles. That's a good idea, too. Like, I think if they, like, delegated things a little better, you'd be able to, like, focus on the main titles and then also have your spin-off games like what they used to do. My guess today was 2155. That was a good number. You know, he did predict 2155 today. That was his roll for today, which is a good number, but... a little out of the range for today. But that could mean that your roll just indicates that we might get it tomorrow. Maybe that's what that means.
3247.
No. My fiance hates me. She literally wants me to get it at 3247. She said that since day one and has not been willing to, like, go back on that.
Nope, 3247.
No. We have to get it sooner than that. We have to.
Where's my gang? 3247.
Okay, let's say 843. No! 4969. Can we get a Shiny Giratina? Hey, maybe. No, 8,433. Absolutely not. We're getting this before 2,000.
No.
Yes.
3247.
Before 2,000.
3247. 3247. 3247.
Oh my gosh. Is she playing any games right now? Right this second, she's just hanging out with me.
I'm playing the game of annoyance.
No, absolutely not.
Like Pokemon currently. I technically haven't finished Let's Go Pikachu, and that's the only Pokemon game I've ever played. But I'm close to finishing it. I just finished the big boss, rocket boss battle. I just need to beat all the gyms.
Giovanni. You have 2 more gym badges left, I think.
Yeah.
Or, yes. Nope, 3. Yes, 3 more gym badges left. She got her first shiny, though. Full odds.
Shiny Zubat.
She got a shiny Zubat, and I freaked out when I saw it.
It was so chaotic.
I was like, oh my gosh, shiny Zubat, shiny Zubat.
Stop yelling at me!
I'm like, you don't understand, it's a shiny Zubat.
You're stressing me out, stop yelling at me!
Yeah. The Switch remakes are really good starter games. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I feel like, you know, obviously you don't have to start in Generation 1. I know I did, and a lot of people did when you know, first started the series of Pokemon. But yeah, get her Scarlet. Yeah, you know,
he was talking about me playing Scarlet next.
Yeah.
I think that's the next one I'm going to play.
Because I have Violet and Scarlet right now, so I think depending on which version she wants to play, because there's like a few different differences, like with the Paradox Pokemon and stuff, you know, whichever one she wants, I think would be a good one. They're essentially the same story, just with some different Pokemon. That was actually exactly what I was thinking would be a good next game. Open world and lots of cool stuff to do. I was actually thinking about this. I've talked with you about it before, but I was saying it'd be really cool to get like a setup where we could both be playing a game like on a stream together.
Yeah.
Like we have like basically two games playing split screen essentially. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think you can do that if I don't have a PC.
No, I could run it on this.
I guess it's just.
Yeah. So I could run it on this PC. I think my computer could handle that. And, like, we basically just do, like, you know, you're doing this in this game, I'm doing this in this game. I think it'd be cool.
Get Scarlet. More copies of Violet have been bought.
You know what?
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
But I like purple.
You do. Well, here's the question. Basically, the difference is, in Violet, there's futuristic Pokemon, and then in Scarlet, it's prehistoric Pokemon.
I like that better.
Prehistoric?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'd probably like Scarlet, then. I always go for the underselling copy of the two, it seems. I don't really usually have like a specific preference or reason that I go for a game unless it's like a legendary that I want, or if like there's exclusive Pokemon in one of the games that I like more. That's usually been how I determine it. But I've also been the type of person where I usually buy both copies because I have a physical Pokemon collection game of the games, and I'm only missing like 3 I think right now from my collection being finished. So yeah, I usually try and get both copies.
Scarlet better. Okay.
There we go. We got multiple people. Yep, Scarlet. That's the next game.
All right, now can I get anybody on my 3247 gang, please?
3247 gang. Are you guys going to join it?
I don't either, but I always seem to have got the less set selling.
Right. Just by happenstance. It's funny.
You're just different.
8,433 it is. Oh my gosh. That's okay. I'm gonna get this Mew. Whether it's 2K or 10K.
Why 3247?
That's a great
That's just
question.
the number that he's gonna get it on, man. I feel it in my heart.
Welcome to the chat, by the way, Perfect Angle 79.
He asked me on day 1 before he even started the stream, what number do you think I'm gonna get this on? And that was my answer, and I'm sticking to it.
3,247.
Yeah!
We'll see. You got way too hyped about that.
No, I finally got someone on my side.
Way too hyped.
And no, you should be hyped too because their initial answer was 8433.
You're right.
So,
that's an improvement.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh no, I messed this one up.
Yeah, you did.
Hold on, I could bring this back. He's gonna be right here. There we go. You saw that? He moved up to me. He didn't run away that time. He ran to me.
He loved you.
He did. I've had him do that a couple times today. It's kind of funny.
He's like a kitty cat.
He's like Ryuk. He doesn't want to spend most of the time with me. Runs away, and then every once in a while, it's like, okay, hello.
He like his mommy's lap.
Was on 2,900 before, but 3,247 sounds better. Yeah, they were at 2,900 before. You've made. I mean, you've turned chat against me.
I started with blue over red. I got gold over silver. Then I got sapphire, not ruby. Then I went pearl. Then alpha sapphire. Then sun and Y. It seems there has been a pattern for me picking.
Okay, let me read through that again because I actually want to see what I picked. So I picked, well, I got given red and blue, so I didn't have a choice there. That kind of started off my destiny of collecting the cartridges. I got given both of them at the same time. But I played red first, so I'm going to count red. And then I played silver first over gold. And then I played sapphire over ruby. And then I played alpha sapphire over omega ruby. Then I played Y instead of X. And then I played violet instead of scarlet. And I also played moon instead of sun. So... And I always picked pearl over diamond. So that's what I always picked. Those were my preferences.
I don't know anything about these games, but if I were just to pick based off of the names of them, I would pick red, sapphire, diamond, alpha sapphire, moon, and then it's X or Y.
X and Y is before Moon.
Okay,
But yeah.
X.
X? Okay, interesting. Always played both, so I don't know my preferences. I literally picked all the opposites that you picked. That's hilarious. You essentially did.
I need to add the... Whoops. I'm
Okay.
not doing my job.
All good.
Beans-a-bub.
I love that name.
I know.
So good. We got somebody here yesterday named Thick Noodles. Thick Noodles is such a good name, too. I love it. And Perfect Angle 79. Let's
Always
go.
played both. I don't know my preferences.
Yeah. $1943.
Is Beans-a-bub cat related by chance?
That's a good question. Like toe beans?
And is Perfect Angle 79 cat related?
Because it's a purr? Maybe. Alright, 1944.
3247.
No.
3247.
No. It's negative energy.
No.
We are getting it before 2000.
Hey, 3247 is still better than...
Oh, kind of. I do love cats. Same here. We both love cats. We have two. We got a black cat and a tuxedo cat. The black cat's named Raven, and the tuxedo cat is named Ryuk, after Ryuk from Death Note. I'm more of a dog person. My bad. No, you're good.
No.
Dogs.
I love dogs and cats.
Yeah,
We
dogs.
just can't have a dog right now.
No, we can't. Dogs still kind of have toe beans. They're just big. They're like big toe beans.
I love the fact that they've done 2 games for the main games or the remakes.
That's true.
3247 it is.
Oh my gosh. We'll get some sleep now. Have a nice stream. I wish you luck, but 3247 it is.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, get some sleep, Arrow Shiny. Definitely nice to meet you. I'll see you again in the next stream. We'll be back tomorrow, pretty much around the same time. So yeah, we'll see you again soon. Definitely thanks for hanging out. Alright. Almost halfway through 1900.
I love black cats. I used to have one that was eternally glued to my lap and never stopped purring. That is our boy cat with me.
Yes, absolutely.
He is so lovey-dovey and he does not want to get out of mommy's lap.
Nope. And him and I have a love relationship, but he doesn't really always want to hang out with me. I've also played white, not black. Oh, I forgot about that. I played white as well. I didn't really mind black as much.
I would have chosen black.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to remember. Did they do a switch swap? Reshiram was in black, and then Zekrom was in white, right? Is that how it works? I picked whichever one had Reshiram. Good luck on the Shiny Mew hunt. Thanks so much, Perfect Angle. I appreciate it. Definitely hope to see you again. If you didn't already, maybe subscribe if you want to. We do notify when we go live and stuff. But yeah, I would love to see you again. Nice to meet you. At 4,084 right now. We'll probably stop at 5,000. Already past 1 a.m. and still got work tomorrow. Oh,
no.
man.
What time do you go to work, Beans-a-bub?
Hopefully it's not early.
All I know is that was my least favorite games.
Oh, Black and White. Yeah, a lot of people say that Black and White is like not their favorite. I think Black and White had a lot of good things going for it. As far as the Pokemon and interesting like story and stuff, but I know a lot of people don't always like that generation.
What is like the fan favorite of the sets?
Oh, that's a tough question. Early shift. Oh man, yeah, definitely get some sleep then.
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
Literally.
definitely. Fan favorite of the series? I don't know. That's a hard question. I'd say a lot of people. What did she say? She said, "What is the fan favorite of the Pokemon like series? Like out of all the generations, what typically is the most favorite?" There's There's a few answers to that question. I would say there's a lot of people like the OG people who started playing Pokemon will say Gen 1. Mm-hmm. Yep. Gen 1 typically tends to get the most love. It gets remakes, it got a ton of Mega Pokemon, it gets merch. It's like one of the most like memorable and like well-known generations. So probably Generation 1. Yeah. It's very overdone.
It's alright though, since our shop opens at 1 p.m. I just gotta be there early to get things ready.
Gotcha.
If you don't mind my asking, Where do you work? Don't tell me the actual like name of your store, please. Just like
like what you do.
What kind of place do you work at?
1950.
Don't dox yourself. I shouldn't be allowed here.
Nope. You're fired.
You did that. You keep hitting the side.
We're not at 1951 yet.
Yeah, we are.
This one's about to be. I added it myself.
Oh.
Because you were slacking.
Sorry. A bubble tea shop!
Oh, that's so cool.
You're living my dream.
We love boba. We literally just went to the bubble tea shop that's near us like last week. And then Starbucks came out with a bubble tea that's like a lemonade one that's really good. But I don't know if you guys like have had to deal with that lately, but probably don't like the fact that Starbucks is doing that, I can imagine, right? We were actually talking about that.
It is good though, I'm not gonna lie. But I do like, when I get boba, I do normally get literal milk tea with tapioca pearls. And that's not something they have at Starbucks.
That's true. Oh, you picked leaf green also? See, I picked fire red because I like Charizard. I'm a Charizard stanny. I got free bubble tea. It's awesome. Nice. That's awesome. I want free bubble tea. I looked up and half a second I thought that was blue. My eyes are getting tired because I was about
What do you think your reaction's going to be when you finally get it?
It's going to be one of two things. This is how my reaction's going to be. I'm either going to just be completely, like, tired and in shock and just be like, oh my god, finally. Or it's going to probably be the other option, which is going to be like, oh my god, and, like, freaking out and, like, screaming.
I feel like that's more likely, especially if I'm sitting here when it happens. I hope I'm sitting here when it happens.
All I can say is I want to get Shiny Mew when a lot of the people in chat are present, because like we've had a lot of people who have been like part of this shiny hunt. I don't want to get it while it's like nobody's around.
I hope you know we have to time it right so that whatever stream you're on where you hit 3247, I have to be here.
Right.
It has to happen.
Yes, because that's the number that you've cursed me with. And you've gotten people in the chat on board, too.
Yeah.
People are going to literally just be like, hey, how you doing? Shiny Luck, 3247. 3247. She sounds like a real one, my bro. Happy for you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah. We had a really fun weekend. We did the community day for Pokemon Go. And we got the Shiny Bond Suite and the whole line from that. And she ended up getting 10 shinies, and I only got 9, so she beat me there. And you want to tell him? You tell him. She got a Shundo, which I don't know if you guys play Pokemon Go, but essentially is like a perfect shiny. You guys play Unite? No, so I've never played Pokemon Unite. I don't think Danny's tried it either. And it's not necessarily something I've been like interested in. I've heard some people say it's good, but I would be willing to try it at some point. I've gotten so many Pokemon recommendations over this last, like, 2 weeks. Like, Pokemon Rogue is, like, viral right now. I don't know if I even told you about that. Did I?
No.
It's like, you know Slay the Spire?
Yes.
They made a Slay the Spire of Pokemon.
No! I want to play it so bad.
It's free, and you can play it on your computer, I think, and maybe on phone. You have a Discord, yeah? Maybe slap some of the ads that I draw for Bubble Tea Shop if you're interested. Heck yeah!
Hell yeah.
Yeah, feel free to join the Discord. There's definitely some sort of chat, maybe like in the promote yourself or something, or I don't know if we have an artwork one in there. I forget if I made an artwork one, but feel free to post it in there.
We're gonna be friends, Beansbub.
Yeah.
My job is literally in sales and marketing, and making ads and stuff is like my favorite part of my job.
Yep. But anyways, yeah, so Pokemon Rogue is basically like how Slay the Spire is, where it's just like a long thing of like different random stuff, and there's 200 floors essentially, and once you beat floor 200, you win. Spare literally just finally beat it. You'll never guess what my family does. Is it that? Is that what it is, Githra? Because that would be so funny. Gonna get to 5K or soft resets and then do that? Okay, cool. What does your family do, Skither? Now I gotta know. If you say they work for Nintendo, that would also be a good answer. Recreation. Hold on. 1959.
Year I was born.
Recreational weed. Oh! I was like,
Yes,
recreation. Okay. I was like, recreational weed. Nice. We own a shop? Cool.
Nice. That doesn't exist in this state yet.
No, sadly. I moved from Arizona.
We moved from a state where it did to a state that it doesn't.
Yes, and it was literally down the street, and it was such a nice shop. They were always really nice. We're in Pennsylvania, so it's unfortunately not a thing here right now.
He left Arizona to come here for me.
For her. But maybe someday Pennsylvania will get with the program.
I think it's moving that way.
Because, like, pretty much all the states surrounding us are on board.
Pennsylvania's a blue state, so...
Well... Who knows?
Oh, I got my nails blue from you.
Oh! Danny was literally, like, earlier when she joined the chat, she was getting her nails done. There's a wedding coming up this next weekend for family. And she got her nails painted blue like Shiny Mew. Like, oh my gosh. The commitment.
Blue for Mew.
Blue for
But
Mew.
not till 32:47.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, owning a shop for recreational weed, that sounds like a fun job.
We're gonna have a cafe, bakery, bookstore, flower shop, music store one day.
Someday. That's the dream.
One day.
You live in Oregon? Oh, nice. I've never been to Oregon. That was one of the states that I really wanted to visit while I lived over on the West Coast, but I never really got to the Northwest, unfortunately. But someday that'd be cool to visit. I'm gonna get carpal tunnel in my wrist from doing the same movement all these many times. It's amazing. Yeah, I've heard it's a very, very beautiful place. It's kind of like a nice mix of nature and like urban. I live in Germany.
Ooh.
Kind of the odd one out here. Very cool. Germany. We had some people in the chat the other day. 2 of them were from the Philippines. One of them was from Indonesia. We got somebody from Germany. Very, very cool. I always find it really fun when we get people from different countries and like they say that like the time zones and everything are all different, and it's really cool to have so many people from all over. It's fun. I've heard Germany's really cool too. That's another cool place that would be fun to visit.
Definitely on my list.
Lots of good food and drinks and stuff.
I've never traveled out of the country yet, except to Canada, but I have a list.
So you've at least been to Canada.
Yep.
I haven't been to Canada yet. We plan on going at some point together though, because it's only like 7 hours from here. It's not too bad. It's 1:30 a.m. right now. Wow, I feel ya. You know, honestly, sometimes like late night streams are kind of like a mood. Mm-hmm. Like that's one of my favorite things.
Especially something like this that's like, you don't really have to pay attention. You're
right.
just like vibing.
You just vibe. You're doing your own thing. Especially like when you're shiny hunting and you're just coming for like company and stuff. It's always fun. I used to watch
a lot of streams like this.
Yeah.
Laying in bed, couldn't fall asleep.
Yeah. And one of the things that people have been saying is that like a lot of streamers in their time zones don't usually stream that late, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like having somebody who's streaming in a different time zone works out perfectly. So it's pretty cool. All right, 1968. 1969.
It's the year my mom was born.
Wow. Alright, what if we get it on the year that Pokemon came out?
What year is that?
Should be 1995, 1996, approximately.
I'm hungry.
You and me both. Once we get to 2000, it is absolutely dinner time.
You should make some dinner. You're like, you mean to tell me you didn't make food already? I did.
Is that what my look? Is that what my look
Yes.
looked like?
Yes.
If for chat, I literally looked to my side, like very like, huh?
It's ready. I'm just being silly.
Shiny Azuro would be cool for my run, honestly. Yeah, Shiny Azuro would be great. Hopefully you get like huge power as well.
Are there shinies of the evolutions?
Yep. Pretty much every single Pokemon has a shiny. There's certain Pokemon that the shinies are like unavailable, like a certain like mythicals and like legends that they've never released shinies for. But yes, otherwise every Pokemon does have a shiny.
What color is shiny Espeon?
Green.
There's so many green shinies and
There's
pink ones.
green, pink, yellow, and blue. Like they chose like very specific colors for their shinies. That's why like the exceptions of like really cool shinies that are like white or black or like purple, different like unique colors are like the ones that are like, whoa, those are cool.
I like my shiny Serena.
Yeah, shiny Serena is super cool. Very nice lavender color.
I like regular Serena too.
Yeah, they have a good color palette just to begin with. I do prefer the shiny one though. I wasn't until getting a shiny one this weekend that I actually really thought that the Pokemon was cool. It was never on like my list, but like that shiny changed my mind.
I want to cosplay as Serena.
A Serena cosplay?
Yeah.
That would be cool. I think it's like albino, honestly. Yeah, like the Pokemon that are white essentially are albino. It's funny. Alright, 1975.
The year something happened.
Something happened. No, I mean Pokemon in general. Oh, got you. Oh, shinies are like the albinos of Pokemon.
I guess, yeah.
Yep, that makes sense. That checks out. I remember when I was like in middle school, there was this deer that used to be at this park where I lived, and like you could go there, and every once in a while you'd see it, and it was this all white deer, and it became pretty famous. Like people used to like try and take photos of it, and it was a pretty big deal for that town. It was one of those things where a lot of people were like basically trying to like protect it from hunters and stuff, because you know, whenever there's something cool, people either want to admire it or kill it.
Yeah, which like what the hell?
Human nature,
Just let it
unfortunately.
be, man.
Yeah.
We had I think I've told you this before, but when I played softball, we had a peacock that would stroll onto our field during our games.
Yes, you did say
And
that.
we would use it to our advantage to distract the other team.
Right, that's funny. Join the Discord. Where should I send the pics to? Hold on. Do you have the Discord pulled up?
Join the Discord.
Wow.
That's on the Discord.
Wow. Making fun of my accent that comes
join the
out.
Discord.
I forget exactly what channels we have. It's been a minute since I've looked through them all. There is definitely one that is like promote yourself. It's usually for like YouTube and Twitch and like the content and stuff. But do we have one for like pictures? Let's see. You know what? Why don't you just throw it in general? You can just throw it in general, because general is pretty much just like the general chat. So I feel like that would be perfectly fine. Feel free to throw it in general. What are you laughing at, Giggles? Alrighty. Sounds good.
Hey!
What?
Alrighty, sounds good.
I was talking to them saying,
Oh,
alright.
I'm sorry. I thought you were responding to me when I said nothing.
Alright, almost to 2,000. We're getting the shiny. I feel it.
3247.
Nope, don't listen. We're gonna get it before 2,000. I can feel it.
You only have 21 more chances.
21 more chances is all I need. I got this. That was my hip. Ooh.
Your hips don't lie. How long have you been live?
I should say at the bottom there.
Oh, wow. Almost 4 hours.
Yes. Sent it. All right. We will take a look right now.
Oh, I have so many pictures to send you on this note of boards that I used to be a manager of a cafe before I got my like big girl job, so to speak. And I used to do so many cool chalkboards. That was like my favorite thing to do. I love this one.
Ooh, that one's really cool. Yeah, I love when shops have like chalkboards or like whiteboards of like their menu and like specials and stuff, and they do like artwork. It's always super cool. I think my favorite one to this day was at a Starbucks where somebody did a Pokemon one, and that was so cool.
They have a bubble tea happy hour.
Bubble tea happy hour.
I want to go there. Oh, the little characters are so cute.
That is. All right, well, we're gonna have to plan a trip to Germany then.
Yeah.
That's very cool. I like those a lot.
Yes.
You did a great job. All right, we have 19
If you want to
chances.
see what we're talking about, join the Discord.
Yes. For anybody who's not in the Discord, you can go to the general chat and see. Because Beans Above did a great job on those. Thank you. Yeah, no problem.
I'm going to try to find some pictures of the ones that I've done.
Yeah, you can throw those in general, and that way Beans Above can see those. Oh, I messed this one up. There we go. Redeemed.
17.
Let's get some shiny luck in the chat going, guys. 17 chances. Can we do it?
3247.
No. All right. We got 16 chances. I'll probably be leaving now, though. Getting close to 2 a.m. Wishing you all the shiny luck. You got this. Thanks so much, Beans Above. I appreciate it. Have a great night. We'll see you next time. We'll be back tomorrow doing this as well. So we will see you again soon. Have a good one.
I just realized before I send them in the Discord, I need to block out the name of the
Right.
guy.
Right.
So
Alright.
I'm not doing that right now.
Fair enough.
15.
15 more chances. Sarah's on the phone. No worries, Skip through. We got 15 more chances before we hit 2,000. I want to get this shiny before 2,000.
You got it. No, you don't. 3247.
Oh my gosh. I thought for half a second you genuinely were coming around.
I
And
was, and then I was like, wait, no, that goes against my whole brand.
1994 is when you're getting it. It's my birth year. Okay. There we go. We got some luck from Skithra,
Okay.
1994. All right. 1997 is when I was born. I'll take it that one too would work.
1986, the year something happened.
1986, the year somebody did something. That's
1987. I think Taylor Swift was born that year.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why her album is named 1987.
Oh, she's older than I realized.
Don't quote me on that. I'm not really a true Swiftie.
I think we're gonna get it 1995. I think that's pretty sure that's the year Pokemon was released in Japan when it first came out. I think that's when we're gonna get it. It would be very fitting. This one is... There you go. Alright, 1988.
Something happened that year.
Yep.
What was it?
Something. I'm sure some song came out, some movie came out, probably. I'm sure there's a lot of cool things that happened. The 80s are a great decade in general. I wasn't alive for them, obviously, but I've heard they're cool. A lot of cool stuff came from the 80s. Right, 1989.
The first internet-related computer virus came about in 1988.
Great.
Oh, I was wrong. 1989 is the year Taylor Swift was born.
Okay, well, we just tried that and that didn't work, so... Thanks, Taylor Swift. Appreciate it. Alright, 1990. We got 10 more chances.
In 1990, the reunification of Germany happened.
Interesting.
The Hubble Space Telescope was launched.
And we didn't get a Shiny Mew that year. Alright, 1991. Here we go. This has just become random facts for each year. 1991.
1991 was the final year of the Cold War.
It was not the final year of our shiny hunt. All right, 1992.
Bill Clinton was elected president.
My Shiny Mew was not. All right, 1993. 1993 had nothing happen. It was a very boring year, apparently.
Apparently there was a World Trade Center bombing that year.
Can you even say that on YouTube? Is that even allowed?
Probably not.
Wow.
Probably that last word is probably not allowed.
Wow.
Not, yeah. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure the G word's not allowed, and neither is the B word. Alright, 1994 was the year Skipper was born. Unfortunately, it was not the year that our Shiny Mew was born. So, 1995, I'm pretty sure is the year Pokemon was released in Japan. It was either 1995 or 1996. So these next two would be the ones. I'm feeling it. Alright, before I press A...
It was 1996.
It was 1996, so it's not going to be this one, because this is 1995. That's right. I was born 1 year after Pokemon. Alright. This is it. 1996 is going to be our Shiny Mew. If it's actually shiny, this will be the craziest clip of all time. That is not shiny.
Nope.
Alright. 1997. The year I was born. Let's see if we can get Shiny Mew. Nope. That's a shame. Hello, Raven.
Hi.
Hello. You talking?
'98, the year I was born.
Alright, the year Danny was born.
Nope.
Nope. $19.99.
You didn't actually get to 99.
I know. I did that a little premature. I think I got excited.
Let's just talk about 1999 until you get there.
I think 1999 was the year that Pokemon, or not Pokemon, Super Smash Bros. 64 came out. Can you fact check that?
1999 is the year Albert Einstein was named Person of the Century.
Wow, that's cool. Have you played Brilliant Diamond or whatever the other one is? Shining Pearl? Yes, I actually have. I've played Shining Pearl. I don't have Brilliant Diamond, Skithra, but that's one of the ones that I will get at some
And you're
point.
correct.
It came out in 1999? Yep. Heck yeah. But yeah, those were good games. I liked those.
Alright, guys, the last one of the day.
Final encounter of the
He thinks
day.
he's gonna get it by 2000, and I'm telling him no.
I'm getting it. This encounter. This is
Nope.
it. 2000
Y2K.
is my Shiny Mew.
Nope.
Oh, that would have been so cool, though. All right.
Ah!
Hey. Hey. All right. Well, we did not get Shiny Mew, unfortunately, within the first 1,000. We did just hit 2,000, and that is a perfect spot to leave off for right now. We will be back tomorrow, and we will be Shiny Hunting Mew. Awesome time today. It was really nice to meet everybody new. We had a lot of new people. I think Skithra is still here. I'm not sure who else might be here still, but definitely nice to meet you. It was really glad to have you guys in the chat. Definitely, if you guys did already subscribe, I know a few of you already did. Thank you so much. If you haven't, feel free to. I think a bunch of you have already joined the Discord as well. And also, I've already liked as well the stream. So thanks so much, and we will be back tomorrow, Shiny Hunting Mew. Hope you guys have a rest of your day and night wherever you are, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See ya.
Bye.